cutting it shorter.
Oh, she put it on you?
She put it on me. And you know what?
Why did you keep telling her?
She's absolutely right. I am overbearing. I look in the mirror. I think I know what I'm doing more than the hairdresser knows what they're doing.
And
so
the
I'm the
producer
reason.
And other people in your life.
Yeah, I mean, but I know the producer has no room to talk today because he can't think.
And this is the guy that thinks he won't coach his daughter. And this is unbelievable. This is proof that you will be compelled to coach.
So I do want to know because look, I botched my own hair. Brad said it looked like I had a divot on my head 6 weeks ago because it was cut so short. There was a strong line that like cut into the middle of my head. Yeah. And so because there's that strong line, there's going to be a little bit longer spots on that line to try and grow that hair back since I absolutely made her do a bad haircut for me. So it's not her, it's me.
Yeah.
I'm the problem.
Yeah,
Maybe
you are the
I'm the problem.
And I recall back to when we were at a hair place there a couple of weeks, it was a couple months ago when you got your haircut at Lady Jane's. And remember when we were at Lady Jane's and he was trying to tell the lady at Lady Jane's what to do as well? He was a little bit controlling about what he wanted as well. So I'm not surprised at all that you were trying to take control over what a professional is doing.
Yeah, you wanted the Cristiano Ronaldo haircut, and you showed her a picture. That's all she needs. She's the professional. She can execute it.
On the air, was I telling her what to do while you guys were talking?
Yes, there was observations, there was coaching, there was, a lot that was just trying to take over.
Oh, yeah, she was sick of me by the end of that haircut.
Yeah, the guy who didn't go to cosmetology school is trying to tell a trained professional what to do.
I'm surprised that you didn't take the clippers and the haircut, the scissors yourself.
I do cut my hair at home sometimes. Like I'll start clipping off different pieces.
Will you clean it up? Like, will you go get your haircut and then go back home and clean it up in certain spots?
Maybe.
Oh my goodness, unbelievable. Who is?
I have trust issues.
Who was going to the haircut person first, you or your fiance?
My fiance.
So were you roped into this?
No. I actually just needed to try something different, something a little closer to home, and this is what we landed on.
Well, it's much better this time around.
Yes,
it is.
I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. But I do want to know because I guarantee I'm not alone. Like, do you say anything when you're getting your haircut? Like, if they're doing like a job that you don't want, do you stop them or do you just sit there the entire time no matter what? So 800-990-3776. Do you let them cook or do you help them cook a little bit when they're cutting your hair?
This is probably no surprise to you guys, but it will take a lot for me to say something. I feel like such a jerk when I do that, right? But in reality, I'm trying to help if I don't like it. But it will take, like, for instance, I got my hair cut one time and she cleaned up the sideburns on one side of the ear and then didn't do the other side. And was going through, said, okay, you're good to go. Started taking off the thing. And I was like, hey,
what about the other side?
Yeah, is it even? I couldn't say, hey, you didn't do the other side. I had to have it be a question. Hey, does it look even to you? Does it look
Brad,
cleaned
you're
up?
so soft.
I was soft.
Yeah.
I still can't do it. It takes a significant error for me to be like, you know what? That's not right. I'm going to need you to fix it.
How much do you pay for your haircut?
You need to stop being a freaking hater.
I like to cut your hair because I just do zoop, zoop, thank you, pay me, because you wouldn't say anything bad about it.
Thank you, pay me.
I pay $35 for my haircut. Did I tell you that Lexi cut my hair for like 10 years?
Yeah,
that's right. So this is a new thing.
Your cheap ass is still staying cheap.
This is a new thing.
Finally, about a year and a half ago, you started growing out the hair because
big boy.
You were really thin buzz cut for a long time, and you can still grow hair in your mid-30s. You should flaunt it a little bit.
People lose hair in the 30s?
I just thins out, receding hairline. Not me though. Mine's flowing.
Have you seen LeBron James before, Kyle?
That's right, he is. Yeah.
Going into this very faced forward now job that I have
live on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. You can look at Luscious Brad.
I gotta look good.
I want to know if we can write off getting our hair did.
Nope.
You should bring that up to Big Boss Man.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure that one out.
Next appearance with Greg Scalzo, you should ask the big boss if you can expense your haircuts.
I would love to expense my haircuts.
I would love that conversation.
No, because we are front facing, as you said.
Can we get a stipend for haircuts?
Ooh, now we're talking.
We should, or maybe write it off with
salespeople get stipends for gas.
Do they?
Do they really?
Yeah, of course. It's not uncommon.
But I mean, anywhere y'all go?
No, it's like a monthly thing.
What? I get a monthly stipend. I'm going to all these great partners of ours. Ain't nobody giving me no gas. Monthly stipend.
We shake it up with the big boss.
What is going on?
Put it on the list for Greg Scalzo, Strophy.
We should get a stipend to watch sports games, like a a YouTube TV or
Yeah.
a Sling TV.
What the
Just
heck?
Pick your streaming service. We should get that monthly for free from the company so we can do our job.
I'm sitting here stealing passwords from anybody and everybody to make sure I'm good at my job.
You know, we should get streaming stipends as well.
We should.
Taking all this content that the Packers played on Peacock. They should have paid for our Peacock the first game of the year.
Instead, it's my hard-earned money from the Nortman bank account.
Instead, I'm sitting here, maybe or maybe not.
Submit an
giving somebody
expense report for the Peacock watching you had to do. It'd be hilarious. I'd love to see if it was rejected. 800
rejected, all right.
990-3776. Brandon chimes in. I always give feedback on my haircut during the cut because if they want repeat business, I don't want it to be bad. So yes, speak up.
See, I've been going to my same barber. Shout out to Mo Cuss at Mo Cuss Barber Shop off of 44th and North Avenue. I've been going to the same barber since I was 8 years old. So he already know what I like. You know what I'm saying? So I get in the chair.
Loyal man.
And then so when
8 years old?
8 years old, he used to go to Hanson's Barbershop. Then he moved over to another place, and now
You've
he
been
had
going to
his
the
own.
same barber for what, 26 years?
I've been going to Mo Cuss since I was 8 years
That's a
old.
long
How old are you,
relationship.
34?
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about
26
switching?
years.
I
Be a hard breakup now.
there was a couple times because he's real busy, and sometimes you gotta get in and out. But no, I went right back to him. So he cuts my hair 99% of the time.
What would you do when you lived in like Michigan?
What did I do in grass? I had dreads, so I just would line myself up.
Hey,
Wow,
powerful.
you are a committed man.
Look,
No.
Kevin and Sheboygan, 800-990-3776. Unless you have a wife making you get it styled a certain way, be a real man and cut your own hair. It's a skill every man should have.
Not going.
Come on, Kevin and Sheboygan.
Testosterone.
Yeah, we don't need all that. But no, I tell Mo Cuss every time.
Nice, Strofe. That's going to be the type of drop-ins you get from Alex Strofe today, because it is worth noting at the top of the show, we are a 3 out of 4 person show, and even with Madison Hayes 24 on Instagram back there helping Strofe, it's a 3 out of 5 operation, because Madison Hayes and Alex Strofe were at his Friendsgiving where he said he's going to make homemade stuffing, came clean, he did the store-bought stuffing, and the entire office has been insufferable about this Friendsgiving. Everybody and their mothers knows to the degree that each person is hungover because they've told everyone individually at least 20 times.
Tell me the
It's an
story.
embarrassing look.
I want to hear
It's a
the
tough
story.
look.
How was it? I want to know.
Yeah.
It was
and,
re- it
and
was
how
really
was it
good.
about the stuffing?
It was really good. The stuffing turned out. It was good. Everybody said it was really good, and I was like, yeah, it's.
Uh-oh. I was told it might be mid.
I
There
heard
was
it's
somebody
good.
waving their hand as
I
right
was just
behind
mad
you.
that I lied to her.
How did you declare? Because you told us yesterday on the show.
So
for those who
Madison
missed
Hayes
it.
24 on Instagram was the host that I was referring to.
Wait, you hosted yesterday?
That's why she didn't come to work.
Oh, she's
she had to do
prepping
the
the
early
house.
shopping. She's not a weekend shopper. She got caught. She got caught.
It's
She's
not-
prepping the
it-
household.
It's not why
Look
I
nice in
didn't
there.
come in yesterday, but it was convenient. It did work out.
Oh,
I got to do a little
Petty
dishwasher
play.
as I'm doing some videos. It did work
Petty
out.
play.
So
How does that
Maddie
work
is
when
who
you have
I
a
was
roommate?
referring to when I said, hey, I lied to the host, told her I chopped up all these mushrooms and celery and breadcrumbs. So I walked into her apartment last night with my crock pot of stuffing, store-bought stuffing, and I said, Maddie, I have to tell you something. And she said, what?
Sounds about right.
And I said, I lied to you.
Uh-oh.
She goes, about what? Well, it's a stovetop. That's the story.
And I'm sure
Your
she was
story
yours.
is just so good off the hangover.
Well, the thing is,
And that's the story. And that's
the day before, he's like, I'm making homemade stuffing. I'm like, what do you mean you're making homemade stuffing? He's like, I'm going to get the ingredients. And I was like, how do you make that? And even though I knew, I wanted to see how he was doing it. And he made up this whole story of how he made it. He got all the ingredients. He was chopping. He went to an in-depth story.
Just
Hey,
a
hey,
lie.
hey.
He's like the man that disappeared.
Hey,
The green
work,
leg man.
work from
Just a
home
whole
dishwasher.
elaborate
You
story.
got no room to talk back there. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Psych, you have some high school football in Madison. Where are we, Strofe?
We are on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee.
We're on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. And before we get to our conversation around Brock Purdy, if you do want to chime on this, because I want to know, at what age do you have to stop telling the whole office that you're hungover? I mean, because sooner or later, you got to be able to be like, I'm putting my big boy pants on. I'm coming to work. I'm not going to let everyone know that I'm going to be a piece of crap.
I feel like I'm pretty good about it typically, but there was nothing to hide
today
in
it
that.
was. I mean, somebody's birthday. Their mom made 100 tamales, and all 30 of you at Friendsgiving ate them all. Nobody else could have any.
I actually
Brad didn't get
selfish.
one.
I didn't get
had
any.
one. I only had one. Ben Jamin from 101.7 The Truth had a plate of 6 of them.
Wow.
Hungry man.
Yeah, he was sharing with his teammates.
What a good guy.
How old are you guys? How old are you?
I'm 25. I'll be 26 in a couple weeks.
At 27, you got to stop coming in and being like, oh, man.
So I still have 2 years?
I said I would say,
Yeah, I'll give you it because I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to be a hypocrite.
Yeah,
when I was your age, I was coming in. I was
Ben,
a
how old are you?
disaster.
How old are you right
33.
now? So you stopped doing this at about 31 and a half?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
I just don't understand. Maybe I'm just not a very good colleague, coworker, teammate. I didn't come to work saying, boy, oh boy, I sure am hungover for last night. No, I went to my office, I got my
You're a
water,
grown man.
and I started typing away and tried to avoid all human contact.
But there's the fundamental issue with Kyle Wallace, right?
What is that?
He hides himself from the rest of his teammates. Where me and Ben and Brad are out in the bullpen. We're at the
Brad?
field. We're,
I can't.
What are you doing?
I don't know what I was doing.
Are you hallucinating?
Brad, yesterday we have a meeting at KBN Nation. We have a lot of meetings here.
Pull back the curtain for KBN.
We
Nation.
have team meetings, a lot of them, and it's maybe every week I feel like there's a meeting happening upstairs where a lot of our teammates congregate and come together and watch a big video screen together. Yesterday, one of our big team meetings were happening, and as people started coming and the TV came on, Brad said, time to go, and he got up and walked away and went to office space, and I said, that's why I like Brad.
Yeah, I go to the meetings that I have to go to. I'm trying not to get into any sort of expectation that I'm attending more than I need to.
800-990-3776. At what age does Alex Stro have to stop coming into the office and telling everyone that he's hungover?
I have to give a required shout out to our executive producer of Thanalis' friend Tony Cartagena, TC. He brought me a slice of pizza, so he's a lifesaver and a hero. So
Good
thank
guy.
you, Tony. Yeah, really good move by him.
How about that?
Because again, I think you know why? Because I called Tony out because he was complaining about all the people telling about everyone's hungover. I was like, Tony, that was us at ESPN Madison no less than 6 years ago.
Damn straight it
And I
was.
think it got to his heart and it took care of you with
He
some
actually
pizza.
walked in and said, "Here, take the piece of pizza. I've been there," and he walked out.
What a guy.
Oh,
Wow.
Nice move
look
by
at
him.
that.
So thank you, Tony.
So
loves you.
classy, so kind.
Brock Purdy is very, very, very questionable. Very, very, very limited to play on Sunday. Do you even want Brock Purdy to play? Do you want to see them beat a team with Brock Purdy? Or do you just want the dub? 800-990-3776. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman with you till 5 o'clock.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
We've called him Whitey Tighties. We've called him the Hall Monitor. He's Jesse Nelson. Like, he's just, I am Jesse Nelson. Kyle, you're Jesse Nelson.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
46 yards for the win.
The green and gold were saved by the Okay, we're not going to say it.
And it's blocked!
After the win in Chicago, another game with playoff implications on tap for the Pack on Sunday. Catch Alex Strofe, Gabe Neitzel, and Super Bowl champion Jared Bush for Green Bay Game Day on Sunday, live from the shadow of Lambeau Field. Green Bay Game Day, presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Sunday starting at noon, here on 94.5 ESPN and streaming on the ESPN Milwaukee YouTube page.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In-person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
Cousin Subs is spicing things up this fall with a new sub and a delicious shake. The Chipotle Cheesesteak Sub with either grilled-to-order chicken or steak features pepper jack cheese, sautéed green peppers and onions, jalapenos, and Chipotle ranch dressing. And that's not all. Pair your Chipotle cheesesteak with a new pumpkin pie shake and your taste buds will fall in love. Order in-store, online, or via the mobile app. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and are you ready to make money betting on sports? This weekend is your chance. You win or you get the rest of this month for free. Go to fatjacksports.com. We are up over 20 games over the last month betting on sports, and we can help you win. Get signed up for less than $100 a week. You win this weekend or you get the rest of November for free. That's all the way through Thanksgiving. fatjacksports.com to win. Consistent winning plays emailed to you and on a personal portal at fatjacksports.com.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Want that mirror finish on your car? You need Z-Gloss by Z-Bart. Z-Gloss is a 3-layer ceramic coating that not only gives your car that mirror finish, it protects it from everything that Mother Nature can throw at it. Visit zbart.com for more information.
The Green Bay Packers leave Chicago with a 20-19 victory in Week 11, thanks to Carl Brooks blocking a potential game-winning Bears field goal, a game in which the Packers spend most of the time being outplayed. But as head coach Matt LaFleur knows,
I mean, it's one game, so I'm not worried about what's happened in the past. It's one game. It's great to come away with a win when you don't feel like you necessarily played your best.
Jordan Love just 13 of 17 and another interception in the red zone. The Packers welcome 5-5 San Francisco to Green Bay on Sunday for a 3:25 kick.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN, brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
The Green and Gold return home this Sunday to face San Francisco, and the Ticket King can get you there to experience this big matchup. With offices in Milwaukee and Green Bay, Ticket King is your local and most trusted source to buy Green Bay tickets. Get tickets to Sunday's game by visiting theticketking.com or call 414-273-6007. Theticketking.com is your one-stop shop for great seats for Sunday's conference showdown. Theticketking.com, and make sure you follow Ticket King on Facebook and Instagram.
Be prepared for power outages with a Generac home standby generator from Adams. Storms are unpredictable, and when the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, phones, all gone. With a Generac generator, your power will be automatically restored whether you're home or away. Rated Wisconsin's #1 Generac dealer, Adams provides sales, installation, maintenance, and 24/7 service from all locations. Learn why Adams is your best choice in providing power peace of mind. Visit adamspower.com today.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Alex Stro and Madison Hayes, 24, behind the producer's glass, hungover, playing tunes to try and keep his energy up.
Hey, are you really hungover?
Yes.
I feel better now after that slice of za.
You seem much more energetic.
That's the fake energy. It'll hit you, and you'll be like, "Oh, that pizza."
No, I feel good. I'm still young. I can bounce back, Benny. I'm not 2-day hangover anymore.
I am not bounce back Benny anymore. I can tell you that much. 800-990-3776. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace,
Friday, baby. Come on.
Brad Nortman here with you. And in the news that Brock Purdy walked off of practice yesterday, he's definitely limited. Brandon Allen, I believe, is the backup for the 49ers.
I played with Brandon Allen in Jacksonville.
And how good would it be if the Packers had to play him?
It would be very meh. Very meh. I would be completely underwhelmed. And
no, but it'd be good for the Packers.
Well,
like I'm saying, would it guarantee a victory?
It should. If the Packers don't beat the 49ers without Brock Purdy, chalk this team up to then just losing in the first round of the playoffs if they get there. That would be a hollow. Even when they win, it'd be a hollow victory. And there wouldn't be anything that we get excited about beating a team that's not led by Brock Purdy.
All right, on Twitter at KBN ESPN, do you want Brock Purdy to play on Sunday? 800-990-3776. You obviously don't want him to.
Well, I want Purdy to play. I want Purdy to play because, look, if you're going to face the backup quarterback, we all remember that playoff game when the 49ers played the Eagles and they were on their second quarterback, then their third quarterback. It was ugly football. It was JV. That win, particularly in the regular season, would be hollow. It'd be meaningless. It would lack fulfillment to basically play the B team, to play the JV team. All year we've been looking at how this Green Bay Packer team stacks up to the rest of the NFL, right? And they haven't played and they haven't beaten many good quality teams. And that's certainly what the 49ers are. So if you are looking for a situation where it can be, hey, we can grade ourselves against a team that historically been is the class of the NFC, this is the opportunity, and he doesn't play, it would be a hollow victory. It's like when Wisconsin, or maybe not in recent years, it's like when Bama plays a non-conference game. You get the win, you move on, but it lacks any sort of meaning. So it doesn't.
Bad comp. That's a bad comp.
When you have a backup quarterback.
This is the NFL.
They're still hurt with Bosa and Trent Williams, and so much is lost when you're starting quarterbacks out. That's why what Matt LaFleur did with Willis is unbelievable. Unbelievable. So it does nothing to exercise the demons of the past if you got to win against a Brock Purdy winless 49ers, it's meaningless and hollow. Yes, you get the win, you don't apologize, but I don't arrive Monday feeling good about the victory.
My demons with the Packers don't come out during the regular season in the 49ers. They come out during the playoffs. So why the hell would I give a dang about whether or not Brock Purdy plays on Sunday? I don't care about, I want to beat the 49ers, but I don't care about Brock Purdy playing on Sunday or not. I need the Packers to beat a Brock Purdy-led team in the playoffs. So on Sunday, do I want Brock Purdy to play? Heck no. I want the easiest path to victory for my Green Bay Packers. The Packers aren't going to win a championship on Sunday. They'll be able to show you a little something, but if I have an easier path, an easier route to get to the playoffs where the games really matter, I will take that easier path. It's not like all of a sudden you play Brock Purdy and this is going to be the epiphany, the aha moment where the Packers finally figure it out. They're going to be great. It's going to be a step in the process, but it's going to be a game in 2 weeks from now where you really figure out who this football team is with a second shot at the Detroit Lions. So give me the easy route that guarantees me a chance to be in the playoffs, which guarantees you the opportunity to play for something special, Brad. You're worried about trying to defeat these demons. I'm worried about trying to get to the dang Super Bowl.
It's a soft mentality.
It's a soft mentality.
You want to play them at their best. You don't want to see all these replacements in there, particularly at quarterback.
It doesn't matter. If Brock Purdy plays on Sunday and the Packers lose and then they play him in the playoffs, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Win, lose, it doesn't matter. The Packers still have to beat the 49ers in the playoffs. That's why this game on Sunday, it does not matter other than the fact that it can be another step to get you to playoff contention or be a playoff team.
I think you need to beat the 49ers in the regular season at almost full strength to have the belief that you can do it in the postseason.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The 49ers are a great football team. Whether you beat them at full strength or not, in the playoffs, they're going to be ready to go because they've shown that they can be primed and ready to go for many years now.
All right. All right. I hear you both. You said heck no. Do I want Brock Purdy to play?
Hell no. To the no.
I don't give a damn like Kyle if he plays or not. If he doesn't, or if he plays, I wouldn't want him to play. I want the Packers to win. They're 7-3, and all I heard from Brad Nerdman all week was, well, if they get the win against the 49ers, then their odds and the statistics and the numbers, it helps them make the playoffs.
67%.
There's going to be plenty of other tests down the road for the Green Bay Packers. I don't need a test right now. I want to win. You get to 8-3, you're helping your seed. You're helping your chance to not have to play the 49ers down the road by jumping from a 6 to a potential 5 seed. Maybe the Vikings lose and you're surpassing them. Win right now. This is great. This is great. You're overthinking this one.
I want to do it.
You're like trying to be like meathead Brad.
Meaningful victory.
Brock Purdy has to play so we can prove the Packers are good.
You guys want the easy route. You guys want the soft route. All I hear is
there's
going to
be more tough games. Next thing you know, a Dolphins team that is reloaded that still isn't great, but it's tough. Then you got the Lions on the road in primetime. Then you got Seattle, that's no joke. Then you got the Saints who are rejuvenated by an interim head coach. Then you got 2 divisional games and the Vikings and the Bears. Get wins now. I don't need Purdy.
Yeah, but you get you set yourself up well for those games by getting a quality victory this game.
Yeah.
What's the game?
They need more confidence just even doing it if it's Brock Purdy or not. They need to win a game confidently, and I can watch them get to the point where they can do it against the Lions. I don't need proof now that they can do it against the Lions. I need proof that they can do it against anybody before they can do it against the Lions.
You know you're playing the B version of the 49ers if Brock Purdy doesn't play. You know that.
Who cares?
So this game just becomes like a win. Okay, that's fine, but it doesn't do anything to show you, to test you, to push you, to make you better for the playoffs and for the end of the season. It's a hollow victory. You take the win. But I'd just rather get the win with Purdy leading the team.
Alex in West Bend, 800-990-3776. Do you want Brock Purdy to play to see what this team's made of, or do you not want him to play and give yourself a better chance at a victory or a more secure victory?
Hey, give me the win, man. I don't care about that. Who cares about Brock Purdy? He's Mr. Irrelevant, man. I want the win. That's all I care about. That's what shows up on the stats is a W or an L, right? I don't care if it's, drop the ego. Like, this is the NFL. Everybody is professional, man. They are all good. It does not matter who you play. So winning in the NFL is hard.
You know what, Alex? That's a take I would have thought I would have heard from the guy who played in the NFL.
For real, though.
Yeah, but
Alex is Brad, just not today.
Quarterback, most important position in all of sports. If Brock Purdy comes out, let's say they come out today and say Brock Purdy's not playing, how much do you think that line moves at Pato? I bet you it moves, I don't know, 4 points.
Cool.
Huge.
Hey,
it
Brad.
goes to show how important it is, and you're going to play this team with their hand tied behind their back. I'll tell you what, if the Packers do play San Francisco without Brock Purdy, They better win by double digits. They better win by double digits, or else that's an embarrassing win.
Oh, my gosh.
It
Throwing a lot
is.
out there. So, Brett, can I ask you something? When your Jacksonville Jaguars played against the New England Patriots, if Tom Brady wasn't playing in that game and you made it to the Super Bowl, would you have been like, man, we won, but I wish
Tom Brady played. You called this a de facto playoff game.
For them, not for the Packers.
I mean, you talked about how the playoff chances go up for the Packers pretty high if they win.
They do.
You've blown this up for the Packers,
the difference
too.
is for
and
the
now
Jags,
you want to see Purdy.
The difference is for the Jags, we went game after game after game of beating quality opponents. We knew who we were.
Cool.
This Packer team, who have they played that you're like, you know what? That is the game where I know who this team is.
Which is exactly why I'm okay building this team while Jair is hurt, while Edgerrin Cooper just got hurt. Both teams are beaten up. Getting a victory at this point in the season is critical to the success long term. It's not like there's 3 games to go.
They're not battle tested.
No, they can still be later in the year, Brad. You're so short-sighted. You're supposed to be this long-term investor guy. I've never been more disappointed in you.
No, you build that today. You build that for success. When did the Packers turn it on last year? They turned it in right around this time where they're beating good teams. They leveraged that to have confidence in those big games. If you haven't had confidence and had success in big games in the regular season, what makes you think in the playoffs
they need more confidence to win those big games right now? I truly believe that after what they did against the Bears. That's what I'm saying. They need more confidence. It doesn't mean it's Purdy.
Say it as simple as it is. If you're afraid of Brock Purdy, you're not Super Bowl good. You're not Super Bowl good like you think you are if you're afraid of Brock Purdy.
Hungover, but still brings it. Alex Stroh, everybody.
I'm not afraid of Brock Purdy whatsoever.
Then why do you care?
Because I want to win.
You asked me what do I prefer.
I hate excuses, Tom. I hate excuses. You know what I hate more? You know what I hate more than excuses? Lazy excuses. And you know what you can make if Brock Purdy doesn't play? What 49ers fans can say? What Bears fans and Vikings fans and Lions fans
I don't give a damn.
Say? You beat the 49ers without Brock Purdy. Doesn't matter. Lazy-ass excuse.
Doesn't matter to me because you know what? You know what you got in 2 weeks? You got the Detroit Lions again. That's the big measuring stick game. Brock Purdy not in this game, you lose a lot of juice. But the game that we all should be thinking about is the game against the Detroit Lions when you go to Detroit. When you have something big to prove because you already took an L to this team earlier this year at Lambeau. This is the team that everybody... Ain't nobody scared of nothing.
Brock Purdy.
I'm not worried about Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy there or Brock Purdy not there. I'm going to pick my Green Bay Packers. But if I can get an easy dub and not be stressed out sitting on the table, sitting there biting my fingernails, then I'd rather take that. So, yeah, I'll take the less stressful game where my Packers can beat up on a team, find some progress, and get their behinds ready for next week on Thanksgiving.
Jason chimes in, 800-990-3776. Kyle and Ben are scared of Purdy. Brad is right. That's a soft mentality.
Yes, it is.
Soft.
It's not a soft mentality. We want dubs. We want wins. This game against San Francisco, again, you can learn something from this game, but this is not the end-all, be-all. Say you played against Brock Purdy, you lost, and then you beat the Detroit Lions. We're going to forget everything that happened in that 49ers game. We're going to be talking about how the Packers went to Detroit and beat the Lions. It's a week-to-week lead, and this game does not mean everything. Brock Purdy, I ain't worried about Brock Purdy, but I do like getting easy victories.
On Twitter at KBN ESPN, do you want Brock Purdy to play for the 49ers on Sunday? Yes, 54%. No, 46%. So like us, it's split pretty 50-50 on the poll, and we'll see what the results keep coming in, and we'll continue that conversation for sure because I'm fascinated by I want to beat Brock Purdy for this team's confidence. Screw that. I want this team to get confident just by compounding wins and taking care of teams even without Brock Purdy to build up for the Detroit Lions. 800-990-3776. Give us your thoughts, and we go to Mr. Hungover, Becoming Relevant with Alex Stroh is next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Let them know the dread-headed brother loves the Green Bay Packers. When you see me, Goody, let me in the box.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Get ready for the moment we've all been waiting for. It's the 300K season finale giveaway at Potawatomi. Friday, December 20th, watch your entries from Bird Bash, Cash Clash, and Winter Stash. All pile into one massive drawing for a chance at up to 50 grand cash. Be there to win your share. December 20th, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Learn more at paysbig.com/finale. Must be 21 years old to play.
Bengo made his list and checked it twice. Turns out Bucs fans are really nice. Slay the holidays with a limited time ticket offer that will land you at the top of Bengo's nice list. Score gifts for the Bucs fans in your life and treat yourself too. Holiday packages feature ticket codes to redeem now or use later, exclusive Bucks holiday items, and an e-gift card that can be used to eat, drink, and be merry at Fiserv Forum. Explore options at bucks.com/deal season.
Brighten up your home, workplace, or event with flowers and trust Welke's Milwaukee Florist to be your local florist. Welke's is family-owned and has delivered beauty for customers and businesses for well over 100 years. Join Welke's Flower subscription so your home is always fresh, or discover the benefits of creating a corporate account and leave the work to them. Welke's Milwaukee Florist has locations in Elm Grove and at 56th and North in Milwaukee. Go to welkes.com, that's WELKES.com for more info and to place an order.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta Restaurants. Purchase a gift card at bartolottas.com and get a $20 holiday bonus for every $100 you spend. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta Restaurants, and thank you, Milwaukee.
The holiday season officially begins at your local Milwaukee Metro Region Cunis Auto Group dealerships with our exclusive Black Friday all-month-long sales event. Huge Black Friday all-month-long savings and discounts on America's best-selling brands from both Buick and GMC at nearby Cunis locations in Oak Creek and Greenfield. All remaining new 2024 vehicles are now Black Friday all-month-long blowout price. Cunis has the area's biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, with many Black Friday all-month-long priced below $5,000. And payments as low as $149 per month. Additionally, with any new or pre-owned purchase in November, you'll get our exclusive No Fear lifetime warranty at absolutely no extra charge. Plus, we're paying above top Kelley Blue Book values on all trades in November, no matter the mileage or condition. The holiday season officially begins with exclusive November Black Friday all-month-long savings. Only at your nearby Milwaukee Metro Region Cunis Auto Group dealerships. Shop online at CunisBlackFriday.com. Ho, ho, ho!
Guys, let's be honest. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek on Howell Road, just south of Putes Road. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week, even Sundays. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Homer here to tell you about Rawhide Youth Services, co-founded in 1965 by Bart and Cherry Starr. Rawhide is a faith-based nonprofit that helps thousands of youth every year, many right here in Milwaukee, overcome trauma, suicidal thoughts, and live better lives. For youth who are hurting, who feel lost or abandoned, and families feeling powerless to help them, Rawhide is there to help. They also need vehicle donations to support their mission of helping hurting youth transform their future. Donate to Rawhide Youth Services. Visit rawhide.org/donate.
Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive is bringing us all together again to collect toys for children and families in need.
Join Capco and WTMJ for a celebration of giving on December 7th at the Kazmarek Center in Grafton.
This is more than just a toy drive. It's about kids helping kids. We are learning the importance of giving and how that impacts other kids and families all over Wisconsin.
Experience the joy of giving on December 7th.
And don't forget to bring toys.
Help us make a difference this Christmas. Visit KidsToKidsToyDrive.com.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Around the world, 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 around the world.
It's my time to shine anyway, I guess, right?
I guess you might as well bring it in, Strophy.
All right, Kyle Brust and Nortman with ESPN Milwaukee on a Friday. Ben Brust, not sure where he is. Brad Nortman, the former NFLer. Kyle Wallace, Packers superfan. Alex Strofe hanging out with you.
Is he going to come in surprise like, oh my God.
Yeah, has it been 4 minutes?
Oh my goodness. He's too busy. I don't know what he's doing. All right, let's go.
Hey, Mr. Irrelevant, it's time to become relevant. Strofe's time to shine on KBN starts now.
All right, away we go.
He's back. Dude, Kyle took forever in the bathroom. Forever.
What are you talking about?
Why do you make things that are your fault other people's
I wasn't even in the bathroom, and I came back sitting down here for the last, minute? And then he got up and left.
Yeah.
What do you mean, bathroom?
Well, both were locked.
But I wasn't in the bathroom.
Well, both were locked.
Could you have held it for 12 minutes?
And let's just say that Kyle has made a note to me mentally that there's a specific content teammate on one of our 3 stations that's always in the bathroom. And I was waiting. That person was, of course, coming out of the bathroom.
It was a she?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, it sounds like it's becoming relevant with Alex Strofe.
Well, Okay, so something I've recently discovered about myself. I always say self-awareness is the most important human quality. I guess I've lacked self-awareness of one specific category about myself.
Just one?
This one specifically, and you'll know what I'm talking about when I say it. I'm so nosy.
Yes.
Oh,
very.
I'm so nosy.
You always, if there's a conversation, weasel your way on over and stick your ear in there and say, "What's going on?"
Ear hustler, huh?
What's that due to?
I don't know.
Insecurity.
Is it true intrigue or is
It's
it
true. I think it's
or
true
is it
intrigue.
gossip oriented?
Maybe a little bit of both. I do like my reality TV, so like, of course that plays a role. Kyle gets that.
Yeah, I do, but I don't kind of dip and dap where people aren't
And you know,
talking to
we
me.
work at a big company, so you know.
What's the latest
What's
tea?
the latest?
Yeah, what's
right?
the
Yeah,
latest
I like
tea?
knowing what's going on.
I
so-
know nothing.
That's not true. You know a lot of
I
things.
swear for goodness, I know that. Before I was on this show, I had no idea what the hell was going on around here.
Now in the break, Kyle's like, "So what's going on?"
Yeah,
he's
so
nosy
what's
too.
happening now?
Loving every minute
He's
of
nosy
it.
too. So anyway, I'm really curious who you were referring to, but we'll get to that later.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman.
I already did all this.
No,
You're
I
good.
know. I just it's for my psyche as like I'm like, oh my god.
So you thought it was okay just to leave and
Could you have held
not
it for
come-
12
yeah.
minutes?
Well, I was already committed.
Hey
You're
guys,
already committed.
guys, you don't need to make fun of Ben because we're about to do more of it. So
Okay.
All right.
let's start here. I get to the office today a little bit later than I typically do, admittedly.
Why is that?
I'm hungover.
Oh,
And Benny,
what the hell operation are we running here? What do you mean you come in because you're later because you're hungover?
I only came in like a half an hour later. It's not like I was.
That's between him and his manager.
I'm not like
Touche,
Ben.
buddy.
I'm not like Ben who came in at 10:45 because there was an inch of snow on the ground yesterday.
So scared to drive in it.
Midwest boy, really scared. So Ben walks up to me as soon as I get into the office today. He's got a smile, ear to ear. And he goes, "Guess what?" I go, "What?" He goes, "So Duke and Arizona play college basketball game against each other tonight. Guess what I just got off the phone with?" So, I don't know, Ben. I'm too hungover for this.
Stop acting like you weren't intrigued, you little douche.
And he goes,
Yeah, douche.
and he goes, "I was just on the phone with Myron Metcalf, who's going to be the sideline reporter on that game tonight, 9:30 p.m., ESPN2. He was interviewing me about my men's league with Con Knipple of Duke, and I think he's going to talk about me on the game tonight. So if you could you listen to the game and cut any of the audio?
Oh,
with
wow.
mention my name?"
Because it might be good to use on the show Monday.
That is so high maintenance.
Yeah, it is high, man.
It's like,
That's off
Benny,
time.
it's a Friday night. I'm not cutting audio.
Our job as content creators is to always be thinking about what we can do when the show ends at 5 o'clock for Monday at 2 o'clock.
And you think Monday at 2 o'clock we're going to be talking about Duke and Arizona college basketball that happened on Friday?
If at some point Myron Metcalf drops my name and makes fun of it's been well documented that people make fun of my men's league. So if this
But this
men's
is
league,
national
I know he's
television.
asking me about the men's league. So if this men's league gets brought up on ESPN and locally here on ESPN Wisconsin, Greg Scalzo and all of you guys rip me for my men's league, I'm gonna do a little victory lap.
So this is all self promotion.
It's
Absolute.
It's
wow.
an attempted validation, even though the best player in the men's league was not legally a man when he played in it.
Yeah, he good. Be a bucket.
That shows you, and he's a
caliber
great
of the
basketball
league.
player. Don't get me wrong, but right, that shows you the caliber of the league.
First off, he's like 1 year older than his grade, so he's more developed. But
Oh
as,
my God.
As
Oh,
a
wow.
se-
That's
as a-
a soft
now you
Now
taking
he's getting
shots at the kid.
defensive. Now he's getting defensive.
Cool.
Yeah, so Stro told me as much as he wants to act tough, he's like, yeah, 9:30, I think I'm going to watch that game. I think I'm going to watch that
You
game.
did not submit to that
Well,
trophy.
you guys know I'm a huge college basketball fan. I'm going to watch that game regardless. Had he not told me this, I still would have watched
And now he's going to be on high alert for Myron Metcalf on the sideline with more on Con Knipple.
What are the odds he actually
Local
says
Wisconsin guy, by the way.
Ben
Yeah, he
Brust? What are the odds of that?
High.
Is it
Myron Metcalf's from Milwaukee.
He knows
Ben.
Ben, yeah.
Wisconsin.
Name
he's-
drop. Name
He's
drop.
100% going to use
All
that.
I'm doing is watching Duke, Arizona. Not for the game, but
For
to
yourself.
hear
for yourself, naturally. Yeah, the most Ben Brust.
You would do
thing.
the exact same thing in my scenario, which is the funniest part of this.
We're not so different, you and I. Let's go to New Jersey/New York. The New York Giants are granting quarterback Daniel Jones's request to be released. The team announced Friday the era of Danny Dimes in New York is over and done with. My irrational fear, which I don't think will ever come true, is that Jordan Love is the Packers' Daniel Jones.
Jordan Love in a half a season has
Much
already
better than
done
Daniel
more than Daniel Jones did in 4.5 seasons.
Remember, I said irrational.
I know. I'm here to make you feel better. It's not going to happen. I thought I was going to say Kyle.
You're not here to make me feel better.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen. In Daniel Jones' best season, the season where it's like, oh man, and they signed him.
Pay him 40 for 4.
He threw for 15 touchdown passes. He threw for 15 touchdown passes.
Jordan has 15 right now.
Yeah, and he runs, obviously. I don't know, his rushing stats was like 700 yards.
800-ish.
Which is pretty good. But 15 touchdown passes, I mean, so underwhelming. They definitely won. He's not a bad quarterback, but he's just a dude, right? I mean, he could probably start and be a low-level starter, but Jordan Love is so much more capable. All it takes is watching one series, and you see that he's better than Daniel Jones.
Powerful.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too concerned about this. I think, Ben, you hit it right, like in a half a season, but more likely, I mean, in his second season where he backed it up, Jordan Love, even though he's thrown more interceptions, he's shown the ability to win football games this year, right? Our team's 7-3. We've lost 2 games with Jordan Love, but at the end of the day, he's shown that he's much better quarterback than Daniel Jones, and you can sleep well at night knowing that we have a franchise
3 games with Jordan Love?
The Packers lost 3. Yeah, we do have 3 losses, so 3 losses.
Yeah, very good, very good.
How much do you guys think Daniel Jones made in his career so far?
Well, he made $40 million a year.
Well, the 40 for 160 was like 120, probably 100 guaranteed.
$108 million.
Man,
$108 million.
I would gladly.
Fail and get put on the scout team.
Public humiliation.
For $100 million?
You know what I'd do with
$100
$100 million? Boy, I would flip it and make it do backflips and do all types of stuff.
Why would you just live your life? 108 is plenty.
Yeah.
Why do you need more?
That will keep you from being content, Kyle.
No, you got to keep investing the money.
Well, yeah, but you're talking about flipping and flopping it.
Oh yeah, everything will have Kyle Wall's name on it.
$108
This studio will be a Kyle Wall
generational wealth.
Live from the Gruber Lofts' One Call That's All studio featuring Kyle Wallace.
You wipe away David Gruber?
I love David Gruber. I do. One Call That's All.
I love David Gruber.
but if I had $100 million like that, Gruber can't outbid me.
So what would it be called? The Kyle Wallace Studios?
The Kyle Wallace Studios, and Ben had to say it all the time, and I'll be listening to make sure they get the Kyle Wallace Studios live here from the 3rd Street Market Hall in downtown Milwaukee.
That would be
and
so
I'll be sitting
funny.
right here in this chair looking at you.
Live from the wishy-washy Kyle Wallace Studios.
Yeah, I'll be having me with Greg and say wishy-washy.
Live from the lack of backbone Kyle Wallace Studios.
Memorial Studios.
Are you killing me?
Yes.
Why the hell would you kill me?
Because you would quit and leave us.
No, I wouldn't quit. I would be sitting here making sure he said the Kyle Wallace
I'd still
Studio.
kill him. Yeah, Memorial Studios.
I'll help you bury the body.
What?
I didn't say actually kill him.
I just let you know if you needed it. I was here.
Figurative.
All right, last thing for you fellas.
Just kill me right now?
If you make $100 million.
Oh my God!
So we're not gonna have to kill him. He ain't getting 100.
That's good.
Maybe.
Last thing for you fellas. It is a wonderful time of year here as we approach Thanksgiving. College basketball is on all day, every day. I love it. We are on the air until 5 o'clock.
Yes, we are.
Today at 4 o'clock, number 19 Wisconsin takes on the University of Central Florida. Wisconsin, 2.5-point favorites in the first half. They are 3.5-point favorites overall. Benny, I would like to offer.
Why are you acting like I didn't do the research?
I have it.
Why are you trying to take credit?
Would you relax? Do you need credit for everything you do?
He does. That's his love language.
You're obnoxious.
Words of affirmation.
Yeah, he
at all
needs to take it
times.
for everything.
Literally, and pander to that.
Good job opening a gambling site, Benny.
Yeah, thank you.
2.5 points in the first half.
What do you want? You can have Wisconsin first half minus 2.5. I'll take UCF plus 2.5 first half because we'll be on the show from 4 to 5.
Ooh.
Wait, you're taking the other team?
Yeah, because he said he wanted the Badgers.
20 handshakes.
20 handshakes?
Ugh.
That's a weird bet. Are you trying to make a mockery of the?
Yeah, he's trying to make a mockery of you.
Don't you make a mockery of what truth is?
But I'm also trying.
We
to
have to do 20.
Legal.
We have to bet 20 handshakes before we can actually bet money.
20 handshakes.
Just 20?
A lot of handshakes.
What do you want to do?
Biddy?
Wow!
50 handshakes.
Jeez.
50 handshakes?
Hope we wash.
Hey, you'll be paying my parking ticket. Let's good with me. Let's do 50 handshakes.
50
Nah, I
handshakes.
can't do that to Stro.
Do you have
do that to
inside
me. You're gonna
information?
lose.
Do you know something?
Wait,
No,
wait,
it's not
Are you
like-
confident that the Badgers
No,
won't cover
I'm
that?
fine. Like, I'm
handshakes.
fine paying out the handshake loss. I don't want him going into the weekend being like, oh, now I got to eat mac and cheese all weekend. I lost $50 to Ben. I'm just thinking about him. Like, I feel bad if I win.
25 handshakes.
25. 25's good because if the 50 would have happened and I would have won, I'd probably be like, you know what? don't send him the money. But if the Badgers would have covered, I still would have sent him the money. So it would just been a lose-lose. I can handle taking $25 from El Strofe.
You guys have a good life. Just throwing money around here. Handshakes around.
Handshakes.
A lot of handshakes.
We're allowed to bet with each other. Bye, guys.
With
Live
handshakes.
from the Kyle Wallace Memorial Studios, featuring David Gruber in the Gruber Lofts' One Call with It's All Studios.
Quite yet.
It's Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman with El Strofe.
I really thought you were going to forget about that.
No.
El Strofe!
Strofe!
You guys do it better than Ben, and he does it more.
More next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I think it's clear.
Yeah, and if Doc replicates what Booty did last year, or all I'm saying
Come on, guys! His name is Coach Bud!
if he replicates
Coach Booty!
what Coach Bud
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Even when you think you know what's going on, you can never be too sure.
I will say, if you're driving yourself to the game, can't bring it.
Come on.
Packers, nonsense, chaos.
18, 19.
No.
If you're a teenager, you can still bring a glove.
License is the way to go.
What if it's vote?
No.
Why can't we compromise?
I'm willing to punch. I don't know how to make it more clear.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, morning 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
When the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, phones, all gone. Be prepared for the next outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Power your life with a generator from Adams, Wisconsin's #1 rated Generac dealer. Adams provides sales, installation, maintenance, and 24/7 service from all locations. Learn why Adams is your best choice in providing power peace of mind. Visit adamspower.com today.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at 28 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that was voted Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
The Packers battle the 49ers on Sunday in a rematch of their NFC divisional clash earlier this year. Green Bay's been knocked out of the playoffs by San Francisco in 3 of its last 4 postseason appearances. Safety Xavier McKinney found out about the importance of this NFC rivalry after he signed with the Packers as an unrestricted free agent back in March.
One of the first meetings that I was in here, we had a conversation about, the Niners, beating us. I understand how important it is. We all do.
It's the Packers and Niners Sunday from Lambeau Field. Kickoff is at 3:25.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank.
Little by little, some banks are pecking away at your balance with fees on their checking. You need an account with no monthly fee. Make the switch to Tri-City. Tri-City National Bank. Member FDIC.
Basketball fans, watch DME Academy on the campus of St. John's Academy in Delafield next weekend in the Battle of the Border. 4 great teams, 2 from Canada. See high-flying Wisconsin recruit Latravian Fenderson, DePaul recruit Cruz McClure, and 6'11 center Big Sheffy. 7 p.m. Friday and 2 p.m. Saturday with preliminary games before each. Youth coaches, bring your team to see elite DME high school basketball at St. John's in Delafield next Friday and Saturday. Free admission.
It's time for the Ortho ASAP Minute from Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin.
I'm joined by Dr. Rick Papandrea. What's the process when deciding if someone needs surgery or not?
The surgeons here are just that. We are surgeons, but all orthopedic surgeons evaluate a patient and attempt to get them better without surgery. And then we have other non-surgeons here as well. Everybody is coordinated to get people better. And if we can do that without surgery, great. It's typically the best way to get somebody better. But there are just certain injuries that won't get better on their own. They fail to get better without surgery, or they're clearly such that they need surgery.
Does someone's personal interest and feelings play into medical decisions?
We have to look at the patient and decide what's best for them. It's always good to ask the doctor, what would you do? But I always turn that back around and say, well, I'm not you. Let's look at what you need, because some patients may have the exact same sort of needs that I have, but what I need or what I think will work isn't always the best thing for the patient given their specifics.
The Ortho ASAP Minute is sponsored by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference.
If
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I'll tell you what, I thought it was Kyle Wallace because when I've heard the stories of Kyle Saturday working out, not showering, then going to sleep, and then showing up for Sunday Karma 10 to noon and not showering.
Good life.
I was like, man, something stank in this office when I walked in. Apparently I have a sewage issue, and Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Stro running the show, 800-990-3776. The first thing that I did when I got into the office before Stro showed up, and I told him about how Myron Metcalf called me for insight on the ESPN 2 college basketball game.
Cool for sure.
Very cool.
I used the restroom. I'll say it's number 2.
Oh, wow.
So very early. Coffee, Zyn,
Yours
does
is
the
late?
trick.
Typically, I've already done it before I come to work.
Yeah.
My body clock is just once I have the coffee from the office and the nicotine's in, I'm like, all right, it's time to go. Anyways, besides the point. I
got to be honest real quick. You have to be the foremost nicotine-admitting radio host in the country.
What do I have to hide?
I'm not saying you have anything to hide.
You know what I mean?
I just don't think a lot of people across the country are cracking microphones going, yeah, I'm an avid Zyn user.
I am who I am, Strofe.
Yeah, douche.
It helps.
Well said, Kyle.
It helps stimulate the brain. That being said, I walked up after using the bathroom, and it smelled like shoot.
Sugar honey iced tea.
And I thought it was me. I was like, did I miswipe? Is there a piece of poop on me? Because everywhere I walked, it smelled like poop. Dude, I'm dead serious.
No.
I had a panic attack.
I'm with you.
That'd be worthy.
No, I confess as well because me, I know I got little tummy issues as well. And so this morning I'm in my office chilling, doing my thing, and I get up and I walk out my office, my nice office that I have walls, so I don't have to be amongst the bullpen and the regulars. And so as I get up and I'm walking down the hallway, I'm thinking, uh-oh, is that me? What's that smell? Something stank. And so then I go sit back down in my office, get up again and walk around and say, oh my gosh, do I smell like boo-boo? What is going on? Because I'm like, I know I showered today. I should be clean. I wiped good. So I'm very surprised about the stink.
And I use wipes, so I'm extra clean.
Yeah, you are. I'm also right there with you. I was very self-conscious about
When that
me smelling
email
like boo-boo.
came through, Kyle, did you breathe the sigh of relief?
I was in a
There's
meeting
an
with
email that came through the company in our office. It's sewage issue. I was like, I don't got poop on me.
It made me thankful. I roll in at noon.
Yeah, you didn't think you
That
smelled like
being
boo-boo.
said, so as the office smells like poop and half the office is hungover, one of our teammates brought in 100 tamales. We have 2 pies. We have chips. What else do we have? There's one more. A Pringle.
Pringle.
And I couldn't get myself with the stank in there to even look at the food.
That's a shame. That's a real shame.
Did you eat the pie that smelled like poop because of the air?
The pie didn't smell like poop.
It might have some
It might have had some sewage.
It would eradicate all of my.
I only ate a tamale and it was delicious.
Oh, it was.
Did
Good
you eat
choice.
tamale while the office smelled like poop?
No, it started to clear out about the time I arrived. This was a very early morning problem.
Something you wouldn't know about, Brad.
Yeah, I sure would.
So this leads me to my next question, because then we got into a debate about pies and cakes. If you had a choice between your favorite pie and your favorite piece of cake ever, which one would you choose?
Oh, it's so easy. It's cake. I mean, chocolate cake for the win every single time. It beats any given pie. And there's some good pies out there. Apple pie is good and cherry pie is good. But I'm a cake guy in general. And when it comes to chocolate cake, man, that is a home run grand slam every single time. Give me the cake. It's not even close.
Pie is overrated. It stinks. Give me cake a million times out of a million.
Pie's a little crusty. Literally, it has crust. It's crusty.
Listen,
it's dry.
I love pie.
It's like eating chalk.
Yeah, stop it. Y'all ain't getting the right pies. Y'all ain't having the Mama Wallace pies. Y'all ain't had Grandma Wallace pies.
How could we have the Wallace pies when you invite us to your house?
That sounds like a volunteer to bring in a pie.
You'll never have one.
Yeah.
But I will say this: how much I love a sweet potato pie, how much I do love me some apple pie, and I go ahead and put it in the microwave, and then go get a scoop of ice cream and put it on the side.
It's the only pie I'll eat, and it's not even that good.
Scrumdiddlyumptious. Oh, it is so delicious. I love me so many different pies.
Oh, over to the KBN Sports Desk with Alex Strofe.
I'm a tort guy for what it's worth. All right, this from Nick Wagoner, who is the Rob Demovsky of ESPN for the 49ers, tweeting this just moments ago. 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy is not on the field in uniform during the early open portion of Friday practice. Reporters don't get to see much beyond stretching. We will get a game status from Kyle Shanahan in about an hour, but if you're reading between the lines, sounds like Brock Purdy definitely doubtful for Sunday in Green Bay.
Well, that's perfect because it continues on our conversation of what people want. Because we put up a poll before that news. Do you want Brock Purdy to play for the 49ers on Sunday? 52% say yes. 48% say no. We're split. The poll split 800-990-3776. Do you want Brock Purdy to play for the 49ers on Sunday? We'll have that with you in 2 minutes. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman till 5 o'clock.
They say seeing is believing, and when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sports book, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
Ready to tackle your home improvement project this fall? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. As a 5-time President's Club Award winner, Exterior Pros is not playing around. With flexible financing, it's never been easier to invest in your home without breaking the bank. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274. Trust the pros and kick off your home transformation today.
Let's face it, winter can be a hard season. It's cold pretty much all the time. Blizzard. You have to shovel. Another blizzard. You slip on ice. But you know what makes winter suck a little less? Getting a free phone. Join Cricket Nation and get a free Samsung Galaxy A15 5G. Ooh, ouch. Welcome to enjoying more. Welcome to Cricket Nation. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. Must open a new line on the $60 unlimited plan. First month service charge and tax due at sale. Fees, terms, and other restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
Shop Dell Technologies Black Friday event for their lowest prices of the year. The future is on sale today with limited time deals on select PCs like the XPS 16 that accelerate AI with Intel Core Ultra processors. Black Friday is their biggest sale of the year and the best time to upgrade, but it's only here for a limited time. Shop now at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman from 2 to 5 every day. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The Wisconsin On Demand app and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Brock Purdy is not practicing as the 49ers' final session is underway before a flight to Green Bay. In other news, Trent Williams, their best offensive tackle, and Nick Bosa, their best defensive edge and really disruptive pass rusher, is also both not practicing. So the 49ers may be without their starting quarterback, their left tackle that they paid a lot to get him back on the team for this sort of final shebang, and also Nick Bosa. So this is shaping up really well for the Green Bay Packers to get a win. And I don't know why we're trying to be hardos and be like, hey, I want to see Brock Purdy play. I want to see what this Packers team is made of. The Packers have had injuries too, right? Malik Willis had to come in for 2 games and help them get to this 7-3 record, or 7-3. So they're gonna. I'm not trying not to do the Alex Strofe. It's a 0% chance the Niners win, but we might be getting close to that.
Yeah, they're
missing. Here we go again.
Yeah.
You don't like this?
No, I don't like the 0% whatsoever. I mean,
it's Brandon Allen,
I don't
Josh Dobbs, and Tanner Mordecai, the former Wisconsin quarterback.
Tanner Mordecai.
He's there. He was on the practice squad, elevated because of Brock Purdy's injury.
I'll tell you what, that is good for him. But not only that, Bosa, who is their main rusher. Outside of him, they don't really have a great marquee D lineman to get consistent pressure. Trent Williams.
And hold that thought, because I do want to get back to that Nick Bosa thing, because I know that our great friend Rob Domofsky had tweeted something very intriguing out. There is a big difference in the Niners pass rush without and with Bosa on the field. With Bosa, a pressure rate of 33% and a sack rate of 8%. Without Bosa, 18% pressure rate and 2% sack rate.
That's a huge drop-off.
Like a huge drop.
It just goes to show that when he is in the lineup, not only is he disruptive himself, but it shifts the line to focus more on him. He's still disruptive, and it takes up more of like the resources of your O-line to allow other guys to eat too. If it's just a dude in there to fill in Bosa, the Packers O-line, they can just protect normal. Just
let J-Love cook.
Normal pass pro, normal run blocking. They're going to be just fine. And look, this is shaping up to be a game without the 49ers' best three players. McCaffrey's in there too. So best three players not named McCaffrey. I'll say that.
Such a weird time. I mean, like, they're 5-5. This is, as you said, Brad, this majorly impacts the 49ers' playoff chances. And again, none of these are official in terms of out for Sunday, but it's trending to the fact that, like, I would put a pretty decent wager on the fact that I don't think all three are going to play. That one of the three,
Nick Bosa's
if Bosa's definitely not playing.
He's not playing. I don't know about Trent Williams playing or
not.
But
Purdy, it's his throwing shoulder that's hurt.
Purdy, if Purdy plays, he's not going to be healthy. I think Stro alluded to it earlier today. We know how it feels to have a quarterback out there who's not 100% healthy, especially a young quarterback who hasn't really had to play through injuries, right? Play through this adversity. It takes time to learn your body and understand how to win football games when you're not at your best. And this will be an experiment for Brock Purdy on Sunday. So already the Green Bay Packers are at an advantage whether Brock Purdy plays or he doesn't play. Regardless, we talked about it at the start of the show. If Purdy plays, you're not getting 100% Purdy. You're going to get a 70% Purdy, especially when it comes to throwing the football. All it takes is one hit, one throw, and next thing you know, he's like Jair sitting on the sideline rubbing his shoulder.
This is why football is fascinating.
His knees hurt.
Well, I know. I'm just saying, as Jair was rubbing his knee. Shout out to Jair. I feel bad for him.
This is why football is fascinating.
Shout out to
right?
Jair.
Hey, we love Jair.
I love Jair. I just wish he was on the field.
No, Jair's been down this week, man. He's been down.
But this is what's fascinating about football, right? Injuries are so critical, not only who gets injured, but when you get injured. Because the Packers, without those three guys, they're well on their way, likely to victory, right? They'll shoot their playoff odds. Here comes Brad Nerdman. Shoot their playoff odds above 90%.
Good self-recognition.
90%, huh?
90%. And if the 49ers lose because of this, it goes from 50% to 14%. This is a virtual playoff game for them and almost a playoff
If they lose, they might as well quit.
Sealer.
They might as well end their season.
They might as well just cash it in, Kyle.
Yeah, cash it in. They might as well.
Just cash the checks and just say, hey, we're going to go to Hawaii early.
Sign me to play quarterback, hell.
So, to me, though, it's such a critical game, but it's going to be a watered-down win.
Okay, stop with that.
It's going to be a watered-down win.
Brad, accept the fact that there may not be a Brock Purdy, and look at this game about what it can mean for the Packers. Brad, after a bye, they were down to the Bears and needed a blocked field goal in order to beat the Bears when the Bears converted, 13 of 16, it felt like, on third down, 3 of 3 on fourth down?
Yeah. And that's concerning.
It is, but if the team has a chance to, with an easier path, build some confidence, start showing that as they build towards the lines, I'll take that. You can only play who's in front of you in the situations that's in front of you. So you want to water it down, go ahead, water it down. But this team has to continue to do some things from the bye week. They cleaned up some penalties, but they got to be more efficient in the red zone. You start looking to build. Can Jordan Love have a game without an interception? Can they be more efficient in the red zone? And without Trent Williams, can this team find a way to get some pass rush? I look at this as an opportunity, not just a watered-down game.
To play the JV squad.
No, see, that's what I don't like. I don't like how you're discrediting the fact that if Brock Purdy does not play, obviously they're not as great as they can be. But when I look at this still, the offensive line of the San Francisco 49ers is still a very good offensive line. So our defense has been an issue that we have had. That's been a problem for us, right? Us having a pass rush. So if we're able to see some sort of improvement where the defensive line is able to harass whoever the hell is the quarterback for the 49ers, because that would be a positive thing. Because at the end of the day, if Trent Williams does play, they're a solidified offensive line, and the quarterback's probably going to have a little time to pass the ball based off what we have seen out of productivity of us actually actually being able to get to the quarterback this year. So if I see us being able to rattle whoever's starting for them on Sunday, whether it's Mr. Allen or whether it's Mr. Mordecai or whoever.
Mr. Allen and Mr. Mordecai and Mr. Dobbs.
Gentlemen, so respectful.
Josh Dobbs. Whoever they put out there, it doesn't matter. I am trying to see, are there steps in the right direction for this pass rush, for this defensive line, because they still have a pretty healthy offensive line if Trick Williams does.
Brad is so focused on the 49ers and less focused on the growth and development of the Green Bay Packers right now.
But growth and development of the Packers in an environment that it's easy to be successful. That's what you're saying, right?
I get it.
Easy to be successful on
Easier.
Sunday.
It's not going to be easy, but we have to account for the fact that against the Rams without Koopa and Puka.
Is it Koopa?
It's
Koopa Troopa.
Koopa Troopa is a Mario character.
Anyway.
Without Koopa, which I will gonna trademark that, and then the Jacksonville game and the Bears game. Like, there's been opportunities in easier situations for the Packers to do some things that we just want them to. We want to see them do on a more consistent manner,
But
Brad.
I feel like you're making my point for me. Against these teams that are mid or bad, they're hardly winning. They need to bring
exactly
that
why I
game.
want to see them do it against a mid or bad team. I want to see that they can do it against a mid or bad team. Flush them away.
I want to see them do it against a good team. I want this team.
I do too, but you can't just go from not
forward.
doing it to doing against the best team in the Lions in 2 weeks.
I'm just curious of why you think this has to be the week they have to do it against the best team. You have to play the cards that are dealt to you.
That's
and
true.
If the cards that are dealt to you is an injury-riddled San Francisco 49ers team that is already performing below what the expectations are, then it is what it is. Then we just look forward to the Dolphins. Can you be the Dolphins team that's hungry? Then we look forward to what? The Detroit Lions as being the big test of seeing exactly how improved are you than what you were the first time you played against the Detroit Lions. So maybe, Brad, this isn't the game where you get to gauge how great you are anymore.
Yeah, and look, I don't want to
get over it.
I will not apologize for playing who you got to play. The Packers can't control who suits up for the 49ers, so they can just go out there and win the games that are in front of them. So this is no disrespect for the Packers. And if they win, when they win, you'll take any win you can in the NFL. With that being said, I want this team to start to be sharpened into a championship contender. I feel like you do that by being battle tested, by stacking good wins, not winning close games against average to bad teams. At some point, I want to see them tested. I want to see them take on a historically good team like the 49ers. And I guess I'm just I'm frustrated that we're not going to get that opportunity. That it will feel like a watered down win. It'll be a win.
I get it.
I'm frustrated we won't get that opportunity.
I get it. But you also got to look in perspective of a 17-game season over 18 weeks. You cannot get over the fact that when the schedule came out, you circled this game.
This was the week,
This was supposed to be the week that Brad was like, oh, they're going to play the 49ers. We're going to get to see them and what they're made of before they play the Lions again in 2 weeks. Get over it. Like, it is what it is, and this is an opportunity to still learn about the Green Bay Packers. Just meet me there halfway. I get your point. Like, your point's not wrong.
Yeah.
But it's just wrong now because you got to accept that there may not be a full-strength 49ers team.
To me, I can meet you guys there, right? The Packers can only play who they're going to play. And if that's a 49ers team that lost those three guys, Bosa, Williams, and Purdy, they're just going to go ahead. And if they steamroll, I'll feel a little bit better on Monday. I just looked at the schedule and thought this would be the turning point in the season for the Packers to put them on a championship trajectory. Because leading up to this point, quality teams, okay, decent, not great. But then you play the 49ers, who are the reigning head honcho of the NFC. This could be a way to lay stake in the NFC. It's just not going to happen. Now, I'm just going to have to shift that to the Detroit game in 2 weeks, a week and a half, I guess. It's a Thursday night. So I just would have loved to have seen the Packers exercise those demons, get a quality win, and bury the 49ers dynasty that never was. We're just not going to see it happen.
800-990-3776. Hopefully your swan song is over. Beads in Milwaukee, you're up on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Ben, Brad, kiss and make up.
No, we're good.
Okay, let's make sure. Beyond that,
I mean, noogie in the break, but we're good.
They are good. Get them good. I mean, if we just look at the standings and we look at the teams in the playoffs right now, AFC and NFC, I see a lot of, to be honest with you, cupcakes, mysteries, didn't play any really good teams. I didn't think Steelers were that good. And then, I mean, I know there could be excuses to last night, short week, bad field, etc. But you play who you play. Arizona's a playoff team right now. Beat them. Houston's a playoff team. Beat them. I mean, you get what you get, right? So if you look at it from that angle, I don't see, besides, honestly, Detroit, Philly, Green Bay, Buffalo, Ravens, Chiefs.
All right, now
I don't see anybody else.
Now I got to cut you off, Beats, because now you're just listing the best teams in the NFL. We know that, right?
Well, he's saying that.
I know. We know they
baseball,
played some teams that are going to make the playoffs, but in terms of top tier, the ones he was just listing at the end, it's really just the Lions. It's really just the Lions that they play.
Is it just a top-heavy league this year? They got like four teams that are elite.
Very, very, very.
Head and shoulders.
And even the Vegas odds and the Pato Sportsbook's odds would show that there's a significant gap of what they believe and the odds makers believe of the top teams in the NFL that can actually win the Super Bowl. And then there's that steep drop-off where you put in right now, the Packers are in that steep drop-off. And the way they get out of that steep drop-off is to compound wins against the Niners and the Dolphins and then jump into that conversation after going into the Lions den, Lions pride, Ford Field, and getting the job done.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams that have to prove it. There's only one team in the NFL, and not just because they won the last championship. It's because when you have quarterbacks, right, who have won Super Bowls, the only guy I can think about who's really dominant is Pat Mahomes. So when I look at
got to give Goff a little more credit. I know they didn't want him, but he still got to a Super Bowl.
He
got to a Super Bowl, got to an NFC Championship game. Their team's humming.
Super Bowl.
That's great. To the sports desk with El Strofe.
El Strofe.
Ben, did you say Lions Den?
Yeah.
Is there a reason that's fresh on your brain?
Why did I see somebody tweet about the adult superstore, the Lions Den?
Oh!
This is our Colts. This is our team. We bleed blue. This is our Colts. Whether win or
Colts
lose,
play the Lions. Get ready for this
we
line.
love them. For the shoe, beat the Lions. Let's beat them down to the Lions Den. This is our team. Go Colts!
Seth DeFlo Erskines.
He does this every week?
Every week. Changes one line.
For those who missed it, his best line of the year was when the Lions played when the Colts played the Packers.
Pack them down.
We're going to pack them down with our shoes.
Interesting.
Wow.
What do you know about the Lions Den?
I know nothing other than he said Lion's Den in his song, and I looked at the replies because I love when people tweet this guy. And somebody just sent a picture of the Lion's Den off of like a highway. So good.
Wow.
Isn't that in Wisconsin?
It's not. Adult superstores are not just in Wisconsin.
I didn't know. I mean, there are just some. I didn't realize that was a national chain. You know a lot, huh?
I don't know if it's a national chain. Do you want me to do the research?
No, you a
careful on that work computer.
Lions, careful locations.
All right,
I didn't get blocked.
Jody gonna be
shop
coming
adult
down
stores near you. I see Columbus, Ohio.
You talk to IT.
This ain't got nothing to do with
tighten up that
Oshkosh. Osh Vegas has got one.
You know, one time I think I told this story.
You stopped in?
No. When I was on my computer, I was at 8th grade, Miss Kivy's class.
For the shoe, beat the Packers. Let's pack them down with our shoes. This is our team. Go Colts! Yay!
I hate that song, but I typed in pictures of pregnant moms for a store for like homework. It was like an assignment also on my teacher's computer, and I never forget because I was a little troubled student back in middle school. I used to be rambunctious.
Really?
Yeah.
You?
Yeah. No, can't tell. And I literally typed in pictures of pregnant moms, and when I clicked on the first site, I remember I said, "Miss Kivy, this ain't supposed to be here." It was like a man dressed in like spanked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That one got through the firewall, huh?
I said, listen, I did not do this.
IT needs to work on the firewall.
More of the story, don't just click anything.
Thank you for Kyle. Thank you for that.
What a trip down memory lane.
Yeah.
All right. We have plenty of Green Bay Packers and 49ers to break down, but Brad Nortman, Kyle Wallace, myself have been intrigued by this Badgers football program story. They have 2 games left. They have 5 wins. What the heck do they need to do these next 2 games to insert a little confidence into the former alum, Brad Nortman? 800-990-3776. Anything after Sunday or Saturday, we're here for you. Phone lines open till 5 o'clock. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Ben's pretty good at impersonations.
Hey, he's pretty good.
I
Either crush him or suck at him.
He's pretty good at faking it.
Yeah, being a faker.
Yeah, that's
exactly what it is.
That's what acting is.
Why can't we come together?
Yeah, you
now?
were very creative in faking it. Good job.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
So far, moving along pretty well out
there. We do have westbound 94 backing up just a bit from 27th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. We did have an earlier broken down vehicle off on the right shoulder at Hawley Road. Might be adding to a little bit of the hiccup, but otherwise, southbound on 43 slowing down from just before Hampton down past Capitol. A little bit backed up through the Marquette interchange as well. The rest of the system looking pretty good. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, cloudy skies, low of 35. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a high of 44. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Romeo. This 3-syllable, you have to take the O out of the equation. That's too easy.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Iota, right? Not one iota. Iota.
Yeah, that's only 4 letters.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
Let's pretend you're a first-time listener to Wilde and Tausch. What the hell is this? They're discussing syllables.
On 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
The time has come. Yes, the time has come to do what you need to do.
You've put it off as long as you can, but the time has come to choose a Christmas gift for the woman you love.
It needs to be something that will fit perfectly.
Something she will wear constantly.
Something she will love. Something you can buy today and take home today.
Because you ran out of time. Christmas is upon us.
It's time for you to buy a fabulous pair of diamond stud earrings. A fabulous pair.
Kessler's has natural diamonds created in the heart of the earth.
And newborn diamonds created in the heart of a star. And when you buy from Kessler's, you can always trade your Kessler's natural diamond studs in for a larger pair.
We have diamond studs for a few $100s.
And diamond studs for several $1,000s.
2-carat total weight natural diamond studs are just $5,998.
She's going to be extremely happy when she sees what you bought for her.
And that's a good thing.
A very, very good thing. Find the Kessler's nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hey, it's Gary Olson here for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking for that midday escape? Or maybe you want to impress a client? Get a little slice of summer on the links with Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, a top-tech, cutting-edge golf experience that gives you the chance to play legendary courses. Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center's simulators, entertainment, and best Bloody Marys make it feel like summer all year round. With bays at just $35 an hour, Mondays through Thursdays. That summer feel is easily back in your life. Book your bay at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
It's your last chance. Menard's 11% rebate ends soon. Wrap up those big projects before the holidays. Weatherproof in style with new Mastercraft exterior doors. Customize your kitchen with Clearview Cabinetry. It's time to pick up those new appliances or start your big garage project. Don't miss out. The 11% rebate ends Thanksgiving. Stores closed Thanksgiving Day. 11% mail-in rebate is a merchandise credit check. Good on future in-store purchases. See Menards.com for details.
Save big money at Menards.
ESPN Milwaukee's Jen Latta here. 'Tis the season for celebrating at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. Join them this holiday season for special events to get you in the festive mood. From a spectacular brunch with Santa to the holiday marketplace and one-of-a-kind dinner and a show experiences, St. Kate has a celebration happening nearly every week through the holiday season. Make a night of it and extend the experience by booking an overnight stay at St. Kate. Special packages are now available. Celebrate the holidays with St. Kate. Learn more by visiting stkatearts.com/holidays.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, and Brad Nortman here with you. We make up the Kyle, Brust, and Nortman portion of the show. Alex Stro, a little hungover, but rallying quite strong. Running the show. 800-990-3776 is the ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. You can see us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. We go to John in Milwaukee. You're up on KBN.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How are we doing today?
Fantastic. How are you?
Good. I'm doing all right. It's the end of the week. I think I'm okay. All right, so question for you guys. Who is more epic, the Colts fight song dude or the Boom Goes the Dynamite dude? Because that's a pretty hard call, I think.
Wow. I don't know if they're apples to apples. For those who don't know, the Colts fight song guy, we've played it a couple times on this show. I don't know if Kyle will allow us to play it again because he hates the song so damn much.
No, I just learned about him. Go ahead, play it. Good job for that.
We don't need the whole thing.
This is our Colts.
This is our Stro.
We bleed blue. This is our Colts. Whether win or lose, we love them. For the shoe, beat the Lions. Let's beat them down to the Lions' den. This is our
It's so bad.
team.
That one stinks.
Go Colts.
Is he referencing the guy from the highlights back in the day and the Ball State softball team? And then, like, it's the Reggie Miller's looking good. He gets the 3, and it's good.
Boom goes the dynamite.
And then he passes to the man, shoots it, and boom goes the dynamite.
I thought he was referring to the Costco guys. Do you guys know who I'm referring to?
No.
The father-son duo, AJ and Big Justice. They bring the boom.
Yeah, that's not who he's referencing.
I know the boom goes to dynamite.
Yeah, boom goes the dynamite guy's a legend for like the last 30 years. Colts guy has a long way to go.
Yeah. The boom goes the dynamite guy wins.
Absolutely.
For sure.
What did he make it to?
He didn't make it to anything. He just made it like as a meme for 30 years. So that's I guess that's that is
stay. Barber, you prefer to stay somewhere or relevant when it comes to sports. Jeez, Louise.
Yeah, I mean the other one that comes to mind is the ESPN sideline reporter, and who's like, and they're having the times of their life out there. Love that one. I don't know this.
I've never heard
Yeah,
of this. Is this some TikTok thing?
Yeah,
of course it is.
That's not our audience.
Yeah, our audience doesn't know your TikTok trends.
Yeah, not our demo, buddy.
But what we do know is the Badgers are 5-5, and they have 2 games left in the season to become bowl eligible this weekend against Nebraska and then the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Brad, as a former alum, we've talked about this. Luke Fickell let go of Phil Longo. Apparently, he says it doesn't matter who calls the plays. Take that for what it's worth. What do you need to see? What do you need to see?
Yeah, guys, it's been a weird season for the Wisconsin Badgers, but all is not lost. If the Wisconsin Badgers win and win convincingly over the next 2 games, Nebraska on the road and Minnesota at home, I'm going to walk away from this season feeling pretty optimistic about 2025, even given it all, given all the chaos, all the losses, big losses, heartbreaking losses, firing your OC, losing guys and injuries. I will still feel pretty optimistic about this team. There's a couple of reasons why. First of all, they just got a big recruit. They're top 20 in every major recruiting ranking, right? So they're right around 20. So consider top 20. So they have a pipeline of guys still coming in that you believe in, that these guys can develop. Not only that, guys, it just goes to who Wisconsin Badgers are. This will tell me if the DNA of the Wisconsin Badgers is still intact. Because Nebraska, they haven't beat Wisconsin since 2012. That's 10 years in a row. 10 years in a row. Wisconsin has beaten, I guess not in a row, but 10 times they've played, Wisconsin's beaten Nebraska. And since Barry Alvarez took over, Wisconsin is 26-8 against the Minnesota Golden Gophers. It is in the modern DNA of the Wisconsin Badgers that you beat Nebraska and you beat Minnesota. You do that, you do it in convincing fashion, you're bowl eligible. I can forget about all the rest. I can look forward to a new OC, a new quarterback, and a new year with new guys coming in, feeling a little optimistic. Anything short of that, a loss to one of these 2 teams, a close wins that are ugly,
Yeah,
I don't
you're
feel
losing
as
me
good.
there. I don't know about you, Kyle.
Yeah, this really comes down to figuring out exactly what this team is. Right, I really look at it. The Badgers are in the same situation last year, right? They're in a situation where they were going to these games. They were 5-5. They had to play Nebraska. They had to play against Minnesota as well. And we figured out they went 7-5. So when I look at this, it's very, very simple. If the Wisconsin Badgers this season don't end up going 7-5 and they go 6-6 or they go 5-7 and miss a bowl game, then that would tell us that this program has regressed. They have not gotten better because, right, well, I should say we know they're stagnant because we know they're not going to be better than what they were last year, and there has been no growth. So the Badgers must win these football games. I mean, these are must-win football games. That gives me some sense of hope that, okay, well, at least I know where the floor is. The floor is 7-5. Can we be better than 7-5? So these are 2 huge games for Luke Fickell. But the big problem is again, Braden Locke, I'm sure he's a very nice kid. Tanner Mordecai came back last year, was able to lead you in these games. I don't have too much faith in Mr. Braden Locke, and so I don't have as much faith that they can pull this off and win these 2 games in a row. If you miss a bowl game this year, next year the hot seat is for real, for real.
Ryan from Muguanago chimes in 800-990-3776, and I wholeheartedly agree with this. I don't know why Brad is trying to do this whole convincingly thing. Just win. The Badgers need to win these 2 games. I don't care how. just find a way to get positive momentum for the program. No one's going to remember. Do you remember how convincingly it was when they went 7-5 last year in a softer schedule? You could say it's a harder schedule, and if you go 7-5 and sneak out some wins here, doesn't matter how they look, you can be like, okay, this year was tougher than last year. We took Oregon down to the wire. We didn't have the offense. Phil Longo's gone. Brainlock might not be the guy, but we found a way against the Nebraska team that you mentioned that we've dominated as a program for a long time. And Minnesota, the rivalry speaks for itself. So if you get those 2 W's, I don't care how it is, I think it's very fair to walk away optimistically, even if it's not convincingly, because you can't ask a team to do something they haven't shown you that they're capable of doing in this spot.
Well, they dominated a few mid to bad programs in the middle of the season.
They did.
But I agree. I think the floor to me is winning the 2 games. I would go from feeling stressed and concerned if they just kind of win the 2 games to feeling optimistic and good.
You don't even know who's calling the plays this weekend, Brad. We don't know what this offense is going to look like. You talked about recruiting classes. They have brought in great recruiting classes since Luke Fickell has been here. It has everything to do with this program creating an identity under Luke Fickell, because right now they went away from who they were under Barry Alvarez, and we have not succeeded so far with that. That's why next year is going to be huge. Whether you win these next 2 games, lose these next 2 games, split these next 2 games, you're not going to learn too much for the future overall.
So then it doesn't matter with these next 2 games.
I mean, going to a bowl game is going to, you don't go to a bowl game, you might hurt yourself with recruiting moving forward, right? You might hurt yourself with the fan base having faith in this overall program. But next year is going to be huge because we don't know who's going to be the offensive coordinator. We don't know who's going to be the quarterback. We don't know who's going to be on this roster come next year. So regardless of what happens these 2 games, it's more importantly what happens next year. And I don't think these 2 games play much of a role.
So per Kyle Wallace, these 2 games don't play a big role. We won't learn that much for the future of the Wisconsin Badgers.
You know who the quarterback is.
And per Brad Nortman, we're not going to learn anything about the Green Bay Packers if Brock Purdy doesn't play. So not going to learn anything this weekend, apparently, to our great show here at Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Quarterback.
It matters.
That's all it comes down to.
We'll dive
Caleb
a little
Williams
deeper
sucks.
into the 49ers and Green Bay Packers matchup on Sunday with a little Green Bay props and preview coming up next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
You should be happy Pac-Man Jones has had this on his headphones, or he definitely would have pulled it up on you.
I think Pac-Man's lucky I didn't have this on my headphones.
Oh, you right.
I would have been. I'm really feeling swaggy and confident.
You say, yeah, you're in my space. What you gonna do?
Because even just hearing the song, like, for those who on the YouTube, they can see I'm bobbing my head right now. Like, this is like, okay.
Go ahead, say ski.
Ski.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We've got some backups right now on westbound 94, basically from 27th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound, slowing down from Mitchell Boulevard to 35th Street. An accident at the end of the 94 southbound on-ramp from Rawson Avenue. Car went way off on the side of the road. It's almost in the tree line. It's at technically the end of the Rawson Avenue on-ramp. So the tow truck is there. Should not affect mainline traffic, hopefully, but they have to winch this thing out of there. Traffic is brought to you by Capco Kids to Kids Toy Drive. For a fun family activity, visit or volunteer on December 7th. For more information, visit kidstokidstoydrive.com. And checking the TMJ for Storm King forecast tonight. Cloudy skies, low of 35. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a high of 44. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Staying healthy isn't easy, especially here in Wisconsin with all that game day cheese. Brad Nortman here from Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Between work, family, and life, managing nutrition and fitness can feel overwhelming. Trust me, I know. Quintessa in Brookfield has all the answers. As a member of their wellness membership, I have access to the Quintessa Nutrition app with customized meal plans, grocery lists, and a food tracker that keeps me on track to meet my fitness goals. Members also get 10% off all other wellness services. Take charge of your health. Visit myquintessa.com/wellness.
The number 15 Golden Eagles stay rolling.
And here's a steal by Chase Ross. It's showtime. He'll hammer it with 2 hands.
It's a battle of the undefeateds in the Bahamas as Saturday morning Marquette takes on Georgia. Our game day coverage starts Saturday morning at 9:30 with Gabe Neitzel and the Marquette Sports Network pregame show. Tip-off with Homer and Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith happens at 10 a.m. 94.5 ESPN is your official home for Marquette basketball. We are Marquette.
Kevin Moret from Mentality Men's Health. Guys, I know you hate to feel weak. That means something different for every guy, but for most guys, it means the way they look and move through their day. Did you know that 70% of Mentality clients see an increase in their muscle mass, their muscle tone, and the way they look? This means our clients got their confidence back. If you're looking to look and feel the way you did years ago, join the over 25,000 guys at Mentality and get your confidence back. In Milwaukee, go to lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com.
It started with a prediction.
We'll go out there and play basketball and win. And how many games? 6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture.
The big guy needs your help this holiday season, and he's recruiting the Corners of Brookfield for help because the perfect gift is right around the corners. Head to the Corners for all your gifting needs and find something for anyone thanks to their 30-plus restaurants and retailers. Or just wrap up a Corners gift card to create a great, well-rounded gift. Looking for something only Santa can deliver? Drop off letters in a special North Pole mailbox in the Market Square through December 22nd. Make your shopping list and check it twice. Visit the Corners of Brookfield.com.
Be prepared for power outages with a Generac home standby generator from Adams. Storms are unpredictable, and when the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, phones, all gone. With a Generac generator, your power will be automatically restored whether you're home or away. Rated Wisconsin's #1 Generac dealer, Adams provides sales, installation, maintenance, and 24/7 service from all locations. Learn why Adams is your best choice in providing power peace of mind. Visit adamspower.com today.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I forgot that you existed.
T-minus 25 minutes till Alex Strofe and I have our first half Badgers $25 handshake, $25 handshake dollar bet. He's on the Badgers minus 2.5 in the first half, which means I'm stuck on the other side.
You're picking against your alma mater.
I'm not picking against. It's the first half.
What is that
It's just to have fun with Strofe.
I could never pick against the Badger football.
Oh, you're
he's
you're so amazing.
I could never do it better.
You're so amazing.
Never.
You are amazing, Brad.
Wait, real quick, Brad. Wisconsin College game day before the #1 Oregon game. Who'd you pick to win?
Fraud alert, fraud alert.
Here's an idea. Why don't you give me half the money you were going to bet? Then we'll go out back, I'll kick you in the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
Gather round, degenerates. It's time for the GBPP. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman are here to tell you how they plan to lose their money this weekend. This is the Green Bay Props and Preview.
All right, El Strofe, what do we got?
Let's start with Jordan Love. The over-under for yards, 248.5.
Ooh, that seems high. 248.5. Listen, I don't think the Packers are going to need to score points like that in the air. I think Jordan Love's going to. Well, I'm not sure in case we have that for a later one. I think he's going to be productive. I don't think he's going to be asked to throw a lot. I think it's going to be a heavy Josh Jacobs game. Control the clock, shorten the game, make it easy. I think I'm going to go with the under for Jordan Love on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the under for Jordan Love on this one because I feel like he's throwing for a lot of yards. That means he's throwing the ball too dang much. And I'm with you, Brad. I would like to see Josh Jacobs.
Whoa, don't you guys have bets on Jordan Love throwing lots of yards?
Yeah, and he needs on average, because he missed those games, he needs 253 yards a game from here on out to get it.
Oh, you're keeping track. I gave up.
Oh, yeah. I'm keeping track.
Are you kidding me? It's Brad.
Yeah, I just gave up.
The Niners give up 197 pass yards per game. That's 8th in the NFL. So this does seem a little high to me. And to be honest, I really do feel as if this is going to be a Josh Jacobs type game. So I would go under as well.
Well, I'm glad you feel it's a Josh Jacobs type game because you're going to like this number. All-purpose yards for Josh Jacobs, 92.5.
I love it.
Baby.
I love it. I really do. Yeah, that's one I think I got to go over to Potawatomi Casino Hotel.
I was just thinking that. We might have to structure a little juice on that one because that is it.
Strofe's looking for something to do tonight.
Structure a little juice.
That's
and by the way, I
say
am not looking for something to do tonight. I am looking to lay in my bed.
Oh, my gosh.
This baby.
Just still recovering.
I've had a big week, fellas. Monday night at the Bucks game.
Do you get hammered at the Bucks game?
Yeah, I did.
Did you get hammered at the Marquette game?
He had to work.
No, I was working, yeah.
I was going to say, you better say no to that one.
I behaved on Tuesday. Wednesday, I went to WTMJ Trivia.
Yeah, you had some suds there.
This is like Summerfest all over again, the Summerfest streak.
Yeah, I've been on a little bit of a run
Why are you
here.
destroying your body?
Why are you judging me for my actions?
Because I care about you.
Good answer.
That is a really good answer.
Hard to come back to that.
Christian McCaffrey, 111.5 all-purpose.
Wait, did we all go through the last one?
I don't know.
I don't know. He's too busy. He's too busy checking on Stroke's health.
Oh, what is Christian?
111.5.
Dang, just all purpose?
Yeah.
Lower.
Really?
Yeah, we need him to go lower. We need the Packers defense to step up and slow him down, so I'm going to go lower.
How many yards per game do you believe the Packers give up each game?
Altogether?
Rush yards.
Oh,
Sorry.
rush yards? They're probably like rushing yards. Probably like 105?
I think it's like 125.
They are mid-pack at 14th, 119.6, so about $120 on the ground per game. And here's why I think you got to go over is if this line might start to get inflated as more news of Brock Purdy comes to light because they know they're not going to be like, hey, Brandon Allen, take on the same workload as Brock Purdy. They're going to be like, we got to give CMC the ball.
Well, and it's
I actually might even look at Jordan Mason as well, who had he was leading the league in top 5 in rushing yards when McCaffrey was out. They might go two-headed horse.
And I bet you McCaffrey gets 40 to 50 yards in receiving alone. Brandon Allen's not going to want to throw the ball down the field.
Check down Charlie.
Check down, screens, throwing in the flat. Just get the ball to McCaffrey as soon as possible. I think he's going to go well over this.
Yeah, I guess I was wishful thinking of the Green Bay Packers being able to slow down Christian McCaffrey. I think he got like 24 touches last week, got 19 the week before, so they're starting to give him the ball more. So this is probably more wishful thinking than actually thinking what the reality is going to be. You guys are right on this one.
Yeah, we know.
Let him have it.
Yeah, we know.
I love when I can convince.
Are those your
someone
yellow
the other
glasses?
direction.
No, these are my blue light glasses.
So they're not prescription glasses.
We blew it. I was trying to get Kyle. I didn't tell anybody it was like a full bit. No, like Brad. I looked at Brad in the office. Everyone kept asking me if these were prescription or not, and I was like, "Oh, blue light."
Oh, so
I asked specifically.
I duped Kyle and told him
I'm
they're
a bad
real.
person for lying about my stuffing, but you're lying about your glasses.
It's a bit for Kyle.
I asked you specifically, are these special
And I
glasses?
dead ass looked him in the guy.
I got prescription now.
The thing is, he's like, yeah, my vision's been really bad. He played all the cards.
Yeah.
He said since I've been a father, since I got a concussion, like he was really
I
playing.
said, oh, it's
George
a concussion.
Kittle.
He said, yeah.
46.5 receiving yards for George Kittle returning this week for the 49ers.
That's I'm not doing the weekly wager, so I can pick a side. If I was betting on this, I would say stay the hell away because you don't know what a quarterback like Brandon Allen, if he plays, is going to do. Right? Like
Feed the ball to George Kittle?
You'd think he'd feed him over the middle, but I like to see tendencies before I just bet blindly. But I mean, I would go over. It makes sense to go to a safety valve over the middle with no Ayuk. They're going to, actually like a Debo game today or on Sunday because Debo's going to have to get involved through the run game, intermediate. They're going to get it to the playmakers, and they got to make plays.
Yeah, I mean, for Kittle to get the ball, you're throwing the ball down the field, right? I mean, you're throwing it 10, 15, 20 yards down the field to get to him. I just don't know if he's going to have that kind of time without Trent Williams. I don't know what kind of rhythm he's going to be in. And George Kittle himself is coming off of injury. So what percentage is he? Is he 70%? Even that, I can't see him being that productive.
When did you start believing in the Packers pass rush? You said time without Trent Williams. You think Trent Williams makes a difference in what our pass rush is going to be?
That's a very, very good point.
I mean, like, come on. And so overall, I do think George Kittle has higher than that. George Kittle actually made it a point. He didn't play last week, and they asked him, why is he going to play this week? He said, it's the Packers. It's the Packers. So George Kittle's going to have a little extra oomph to give it to the Packers. Javon Bullard probably playing the nickel corner with Jair being out. He's a rookie. I feel like this will be a big day for George Kittle.
Last one.
What's up with all where the Packers at?
We did Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs.
Is this Jordan
Sounds
Love
so whiny.
Plus or
Where
minus?
the Packers at?
Or not plus or over under half an interception?
That is on there, yeah.
What do you guys think?
You know what?
The odds are in its favor. I mean, you would lose money. Well, not lose money, but it's negative money for him to throw
I'm just curious what that poll ended up with. We started the week by asking, will the Will Jordan Love throw an interception against the 49ers?
I say the streak is broken this week. The streak is broken. No interceptions for Jordan Love.
I agree.
Declaring it.
I agree. No interceptions for Jordan Love this week. The 49ers defense isn't as great as they have been in the past. Jordan Love made it a point of emphasis last week to try to protect the football, even though he threw that interception, but it was definitely on his mind. He was, 13 for 17?
Yeah.
Something like that, 19?
Will Jordan Love throw an INT against the San Francisco 49ers?
80-20.
80-20. Yes.
80-20, yes?
Solid amount of votes, too.
I'm going to bend them yeses, and I'm going to switch my vote. I'm going to Google, can I switch my vote?
Without Bosa, without a pass rush,
remember,
he should be able to cook.
Nothing matters. You can say anything you want until next segment, because all that matters is whatever you say in the grand reveal.
Kyle, I don't know if you voted in the election a couple weeks ago, but you actually can't change your vote after the vote happens.
Ah, crap. It is locked in on Twitter X.
Shucks.
So, looks like you're rooting against your boy.
46.5 is the game total.
Under.
I think under, too. I don't see San Francisco scoring a lot of points.
Yeah,
I really don't.
They haven't really scored too many points in a lot of their games. I definitely see the Packers maybe 24.
And the Packers also are not humming. They were scoring lots of points early, and they're kind of regressing back. And I think Matt LaFleur needs to find a way to get this offense going. And maybe it does happen this week, but I don't know. I still like the under.
I like the under, too.
That's it for GBPP here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, as we do every Friday at around 3:48. Kyle and Brad, their word is the gospel around here. They wait all week. They can say whatever they want. Nonsense, make stuff up. But then when they do their grand reveal, everyone's got to pay attention, hold them accountable to what their predictions are. The grand reveal on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman is next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I put my card in, I pump. When it clicks, I pull it out, I put it away, and I move on to my life.
That's what she said. Thanks so much, Old T.
She pumps and moves on with her life.
Take it out, put it in, move on.
That's what she said.
Come on, Kyle, keep up. That's Packers Hall of Famer. That was one of my better ones, and he's confused.
Well,
he's still fixated on Lola Bunny.
No, I don't think she says that.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
That's the idea of a deal. Each side gets wins, right? They have Jordan Love under contract for the next 5 years.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino.
I think Packers fans would sign up for 12-5 today, and maybe they will be.
Right here on 94.5 ESPN, and also streaming live on the Wisconsin On Demand app and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Oh no, my phone.
Hear that? It's the sound of a skater dropping her phone and smashing it on the ice. Yep, it's definitely broken. But at Verizon, we got you. Black Friday starts now. Trade in any phone, any condition from one of our top brands and get a new Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus on Unlimited Ultimate and Watch 7 and Tab S9 FE 5G. That's up to $1,900 in value. So you'll save big on 3 great gifts. Hurry into Verizon this Black Friday. Service plan required for watch and tablet. Up to $1,900 value based on phone, watch, and tablet. Trade in and additional terms apply. See Verizon.com for details.
Wendy's breakfast burrito has an entire breakfast in every bite. Fresh cracked eggs, seasoned potatoes, American cheese, cheese sauce, and sausage or bacon. So the first bite is like fresh American cheese sauce. Bacon. And the second bite is like fresh American cheese sauce. Bacon. You get the idea. And now, get yours with $1 any size soft drink. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Exclusions apply.
The Green and Gold return home this Sunday to face San Francisco, and the Ticket King can get you there to experience this big matchup. With offices in Milwaukee and Green Bay, Ticket King is your local and most trusted source to buy Green Bay tickets. Get tickets to Sunday's game by visiting theticketking.com or call 414-273-6007. Theticketking.com is your one-stop shop for great seats for Sunday's conference showdown. Theticketking.com. And make sure you follow Ticket King on Facebook and Instagram.
ESPN Milwaukee's Jen Latta here. 'Tis the season for celebrating at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. Join them this holiday season for special events to get you in the festive mood. From a spectacular brunch with Santa to the holiday marketplace and one-of-a-kind dinner and a show experiences, St. Kate has a celebration happening nearly every week through the holiday season. Make a night of it and extend the experience by booking an overnight stay at St. Kate. Special packages are now available. Celebrate the holidays with St. Kate. Learn more by visiting stkatearts.com/holidays.
Who's looking for a deal? Well, Cousin Subs has a better deal just for you. Cousin's new $10 meal deals are now available online only. Choose between a 7.5-inch ham and provolone, turkey breast, or veggie sub, a bag of chips or regular fry, a regular fountain beverage, and cookie at cousinsubs.com or on the mobile app for just $10. Now that's a better deal. Cousin Subs, we believe in better. Available at participating locations only. Offer subject to change without notice.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
Ready for the best Black Friday prices on household essentials? You'll find them at Fleet Farm. Doors open Friday at 5 a.m. with a free plush penguin for the first 500. Then enjoy great deals like KT Basic Blend Bird Seed for just $9.99. Diamond Crystal Softener Salt is on sale for $3.99 a bag. And premium hardwood fuel pellets are only $4.99 a bag. Plus, if you can't wait, early Black Friday shopping starts Wednesday at 8 p.m. online only. Only at Fleet Farm.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Time now every Friday before the Packers play to hear from the stars of the show, Kyle Wallace and Brad Nortman. Myself and Alex Stro just pick up the slack. Because all week, Brad and Kyle, they have their opinions, they have their thoughts, but when we play this imaging, we play this music, it means the lights are on and their predictions are on Spotlight.
You've been waiting for it all week. The segment where all the pieces come together. If they get it right, you'll hear about it. If they get it wrong, well, you already know. It's prediction time.
Oh, baby. Okay, I said it earlier in the show. It's the biggest game of the year for the Green Bay Packers, or at least it was, until all the news came cascading down that Brock Purdy might be out, that Trent Williams might be out, Nick Bosa might also be out. So I had a certain score prediction, teasing it all week. But what do you know? It changes with new information. I thought originally the Green Bay Packers were going to get a win. It was going to be hard fought. It was going to be close. And a Brandon McManus field goal is going to send them ahead and get that statement victory that they've been looking for.
Does every game you predict come down to a field goal because you're a specialist?
I love my specialist. However, things have changed, and now I see a thumping, boys. I see a steamrolling. I see a game from start to finish that the Packers are in control. I don't think the 49ers, without those studs, are going to be able to keep up with the Green Bay Packers. I see a heavy Josh Jacobs game. Ben called out Matt LaFleur yesterday of who he needs to emerge in order for this team to be a Super Bowl contender. He said, Matt LaFleur, game plan centric to Josh Jacobs. I think you see that. I think you see 20-plus carries for Josh Jacobs.
So basically your prediction's based off my knowledge.
I'm saying that, you happened to stumble on something good yesterday.
Okay.
You happened to. I think it's going to be heavy Josh Jacobs. I think he's going to try to make it easy on Jordan Love. No interceptions for Jordan Love. And the San Francisco offense is just going to look out of whack, guys. There's going to be no rhythm. It's going to be like the Rams last year when Brett Rippon was playing quarterback. It's just going to be out of sorts. Now, you got McCaffrey.
Hope got not, because the Packers offense didn't look good.
That's how you feel about your old teammate?
Who's that?
Allen?
Yeah, he's good. He's a good dude, but, he ain't no Brock Purdy.
800-990-3776. You want to call your shot in the grand reveal. I'll take your responses.
So it's going to be a handled victory by the Green Bay Packers, 27-13. A couple of those points by the 49ers. Going to be a little bit in the garbage time. 27-13, double-digit victory for the Green Bay Packers. We're going to come back here feeling good on Monday, but not as good as if they were full strength in a victory. But you're going to take a win, be well on your way to the playoffs, Green Bay Packers.
So on back-to-back weeks, Bradley Nortman has the Green Bay Packers smoking teams. Last week he predicted strongly wrong, 38-6.
That's correct.
38-6.
Dummy.
See a lot of field goals. That wasn't right. And then this
Should've
week
been.
he's predicting a 27-13 because Brock Purdy's not playing. Is that correct?
And Trent Williams and Nick Bosa. And George Kittle's hurt, but playing.
You don't know if all those guys are out, but I know you're
I'm
prognosticating.
assuming they are.
You're just projecting. See, this is when I look at this game. I understand that Brock Purdy is hurt, may not play in this game. I understand Nick Bosa is hurt, probably not playing in this game. And I understand Brandon Ayuk is out, not playing in this game because he's out for the season. George Kittle is coming off an injury. But like I've said all this week, this is still a very good veteran-laden football team in the San Francisco 49ers that are a well-coached football team, a great organization that understands exactly what is at stake come on Sunday. So they are not at full strength, but you know what? They have a mentality. They have an identity. They're going to show up to play. So I'm not going to sit here and act like the Green Bay Packers are just going to smoke some team because they're missing some guys. This is a great football organization, so I expect it to be a great game. But when I look at this, right, the 49ers struggled to get pass rush late against the Seattle Seahawks. And if they do not have Nick Bosa, a football team that is the 20th rank in actually sending blitzes this year, and Jordan Love hasn't been great against the blitz. But one thing that the Packers have been able to do for Jordan Love is keep him clean a lot this season. This offensive line for the Green Bay Packers has played very well, and when Jordan Love has time in the pocket to throw, he has a 68% completion percentage. He's thrown 13 touchdowns to 6 interceptions, and this is why, fellas, this is a Tausch game. This is a Bulaga game. This is a in-the-trenches type game where the offensive line is going to be the key player for the Green Bay Packers. Can the offensive line control the line of scrimmage and give Josh Jacobs holes to run through? Can the offensive line allow for Jordan Love to have time to pick this injury-riddled football team and the 49ers apart on Sunday? If the offensive line can give our boy time to throw the football, if the offensive line can give our boy Josh Jacobs lanes to run the football, this will be a victory for the Green Bay Packers come Sunday. So for me, when I look at this football game, it all starts with the fat boys up front.
Oh, wow.
Why do you call them fat?
Because they are fat.
The strong guys up front.
They're strong. They're but they
you could have gave them a little more credit and just calling them out.
You're going to praise them. Fat boys.
All right, well, whatever they want to be, they're the big boys. They are definitely the big boys up front. If they are able to...
The big beefers.
If they are able to neutralize that defense, and again, it's not a great defense that the 49ers have. They don't get a lot of rush other than Nick Bosa. Nobody has a win percentage weight for pass rush, win percentage over 15% for that football team. So everything is pointing in a great direction for the Green Bay Packers to win this football game. So once again, I am counting on those boys up front.
What's your score?
Victory to 24-20. Green Bay Packers get the dub on Sunday at Lambeau Field.
It's 24-20. That is way too close for comfort for the Packers.
They're
That
a
is
great
not a
team.
good game.
Yeah, I am close to Kyle here. I'm 23-20 Packers.
No faith in the Packers.
What do you mean no faith?
Packers.
Like, it's not even about having faith for the Packers. It's about having respect for Kyle Shanahan and his ability to make play calls as well.
With 3 all-pros out.
Yeah, but
That's a
also
huge difference.
Christian McCaffrey, Kittle back, Debo's no scrub. Like,
The quarterback matters most.
I totally get it. But guess what? You praised Matt LaFleur for being a good coach, for being able to win with Malik Willis, who nobody wanted. I'm not saying Brandon Allen's anywhere near that, but you got to give some credit to a coach that's been to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and Brad,
many times.
I mean, we'll see.
And early,
I mean, it's fine. You can hate Kyle Shanahan. All I'm saying is, you don't, like as Kyle said, you can't just look past a team that's fighting with their back against the wall at 5-5, right?
Yep.
And so, despite the Brock Purdy, despite the Trent Williams, the Packers have been in this situation before, where we're talking about all the injuries and all this. You got to deal with. And I think because they're playing for something very significant in their season, not just going to lay down despite who's on the field.
I'm not saying it's about the 49ers. It'd be about the Packers. It'd be about the Packers not taking advantage of a wounded animal when they have a chance. They should be able to
eat them up.
Generally healthy Packers at home should beat this downtrodden, injured 49ers team significantly.
I think we'll know early on if Brandon Allen is the starter and Brock Purdy is not starting for the 49ers on Sunday. We will know early on if this game is going to be a blowout if the Packers can first force turnovers early. I feel like if the Packers do force turnovers early, they'll get up. They'll have a lead, and the 49ers won't be able to come back because they just don't have the quarterback to get them back in the game. So we'll know early if it's going to be a blowout.
That we will. Kyle, do you really want Stro to play this music so it makes you feel good, even though we're not with Madison today because of high school football?
I'm about consistency and having the same thing over and over, and it tells us that we're going into the 4 o'clock hour, and you should be prepared for the 414 hour at 4 coming up here shortly.
You know, I kind of want to dive deeper as a show with a hungover Alex Stro, who's on the mend, Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. I think Brad's a little too confident. I want to dive a little deeper there because I don't know why he's acting as if this is like a nothing burger and it's just an easy win. Is this because you thought the Bears were going to win so easily? Or the Packers are going to be the Bears so easily? Or are you trying to like get back and just like eventually
0%, Brad.
Eventually they're just going to win by double digits. And if I keep doing it, I'll be right one time. We'll find out. 800-990-3776. What's your prognostication for the game on Sunday? Dive a little deeper why Brad is just a little too confident for my liking. In 2 minutes.
Sell out with me, oh yeah, sell out with me tonight. The record companies only give me lots of money and everything's gonna be alright.
We do have a little bit of a backup along eastbound 94 from 92nd Street all the way through the Stadium interchange, so watch out for that. We got the westbound side heavy from just before 27th to Mitchell Boulevard. Southbound 43, you're seeing some delays from Silver Spring to Capitol, and then again right through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge, taking you all the way down past the KK River crossing. 41 southbound also slowing down from Silver Spring all the way down past Capitol Drive. Traffic is brought to you by Adams, the #1 rated Generac dealer in Wisconsin. Snow has arrived. Don't be left in the cold. For power peace of mind for your home and business, visit adamspower.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, cloudy skies, a low of 35. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a high of 44. Weather is brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Always have a slice of summer by playing Pro Tour courses on one of their 12 simulators. Book a bay for just $35 Monday through Thursday. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Woo! Hey, this is Ben Brust from Kyle, Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. People can't stop screaming about the Screamin' Sicilian frozen pizza, and no wonder. There's plenty to scream about, like the buttery stone-fired crust, secret recipe tomato sauce, mounds of whole milk mozzarella, and tons of premium toppings. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer and find out for yourself why Sport called Screamin' Sicilian's Holy Pepperoni frozen pizza the best of the best. Screamin' Sicilian, taste what all the screamin' is about.
Hey, it's Kyle Walls here for Universal Windows Direct. Right now, for every 2 windows you buy, you get 2 free. Buy 2, get 2. Buy 4, get 4. Call 414-410-2000 to schedule your free in-home estimate today. Winter is almost here, and it's the perfect time to replace those old, drafty windows. For every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free, plus 0% financing for 60 months. Restrictions apply. For the last windows you'll ever need, go to uwd.com, and like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
We them boys. Holla, we them boys. Holla, holla, holla. We making noise. Holla. Holla, 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 holla.
It's the 414 hour at 4 on KBN.
He's Kyle Wallace. I'm Ben Brust alongside Brad Nortman, our Super Bowl runner-up, and Brad Nortman is a little too confident, in my opinion, in how the Packers are going to win by double digits this weekend, despite the potential injury that will keep Brock Purdy out of the game, Trent Williams, their offensive tackle, Nick Bosa, their star edge rusher. The Packers have injuries, too. Jair looks like he's not going on IR, but will be out. Edrin Cooper hurt his hamstring, likely out. And then there's still more to Still more to come, it seems like, as we go through the weekend. We'll have more idea of that with the Green Bay Game Day pregame show, courtesy of Alex Strofe and Company, starting at noon on 620 WTMJ and across ESPN Wisconsin. But
Exciting
Bradley.
Sunday.
Huh?
Sunday, Karma leading into Green Bay Game Day. What a day.
I'm just so used to you guys not having a show, I honestly forgot.
Been a lot of noon kickoffs this
A lot of noons. It's good to have you guys.
Yeah.
You happy to go into work on Sunday at 10?
I sure am.
Sure really don't feel the energy from you.
I am ready to go. I wouldn't have said it. I'm excited.
Kyle, am I talking to you at 11:45 this week?
Ooh, that's right. Sure. Yes.
You didn't seem very excited.
No, yes,
about
because
that.
Craig will ask, like, you want to get Strove? I'm like, yeah, all right, sure.
What I do want to know from Brad is why you're so confident. Like you're too confident.
Let me ask you
this
guys
is a team against the wall. Like, I know they have injuries, but like we've seen the Packers not take care of opponents, and now with a team against like a 5-5 record fighting for the NFC West, I know they have injuries, but they're the reigning Super Bowl runner-up. And, like, they've been the kings of, like, they still have better odds to win the Super Bowl than the Packers.
Let's talk about the 49ers, shall we? And then we'll get specifically to this game.
I like that.
Yeah, this is a team that started off the year with some high-profile holdouts, not hold-ins and, like, cooperative like Jordan Love was. Trent Williams and Brandon Ayuk sat out, right? Weird vibes, weird individualistic, me-centric, focused football in a team that's coming off a Super Bowl hangover, which historically leads for bad records from those teams that have lost the Super
Ricky
Bowl.
Pearsall got shot.
Yeah, Ricky Pearsall got shot.
That's crazy, man. He like 50 Cent.
So when it comes to this team, it started off with weird vibes and just weird, selfish mentality in a dynasty that never won a Super Bowl, an NFC dynasty, I guess you could call it, that is entering its twilight, right? When people start grasping for their own self. You put that on top of a 5-5 record where this team has played very average. Most of the games are giving up big leads. They're not the team in the trenches they were last year. You got injuries across the board, and now capping off that with this weekend of the Green Bay Packers. Guys, if you were going to you played Madden Fantasy, right, Kyle? If you were Goody, if you were a GM, any GM, and you were going to start over, every player was available, you had to draft your team. You know what positions are most important that you draft first? You draft a quarterback first, you draft a DN second, and you draft a left tackle third. All three of those at all pro levels are out not out for sure, likely out this week against the Green Bay Packers. That is a huge hamstrung.
To the KBN Sports Desk with Alex Strofe.
Yeah, real quick, just coming through from San Francisco, the 49ers have ruled out quarterback Brock Purdy and defensive end Nick Bosa for Sunday's game.
Big news, big news, big news.
As I was saying, if you add Trent Williams to that, quarterback, left tackle, D-end. Those are the three most important positions on any given NFL team. Okay?
All right, Brad, I'm not going to lie.
Punter's fourth.
No. It's not that I'm disregarding your conversation, but I'm kind of disregarding. I just want to know about Brandon Allen now. Brad played with Brandon Allen. Nobody knows who Brandon Allen is, but that's going to be the starting quarterback for the 49ers on Sunday.
Was he a better holder?
Ass?
Was he a better holder than you?
Okay, well, so I only played with him for 1 year. It's his rookie year.
Wow.
So 2017, he was drafted, I believe, in the 4th or 5th round from Arkansas.
Oh, yeah.
His locker was like right there.
Oh,
right
I
next to
remember
mine.
his name from Arkansas. Yeah.
He's a great dude. He really is chill. He was a third string quarterback for the Jags. It was Bortles, Henne, and then Brandon Allen. And he's been a classic like Shanahan McVay guy along the whole way, right? He was the backup quarterback for the Rams for a while, and now he's the backup quarterback for the 49ers. So I can say this about Brandon Allen. He's a smart guy. He knows the system. He's like your classic 6'1", 6'2", solid arm, good guy. He's well liked in the locker room. He's not someone that blows you away with anything specifically. But he's okay. I don't know. I knew him as a rookie, so it does not really do him justice to being like a 8th year guy now.
All right, I got the last 5 years pulled up. Over the Sports Desk with El Strofe.
Fellas, we talked earlier today. There is a new free agent quarterback on the market. His
Too
name
late.
is Daniel Jones.
Oh, he's trash. I would love for him to start.
Too late.
That's a dub.
They did it with Sam Darnold.
And it's too late in the week
to sign.
Yeah, he couldn't learn a game plan. I mean, I love the conspiracy, Strofe.
And also, They did draft Trey Lance because his ability to run and what Shanahan could do with a dual threat quarterback that's not really dual and mostly just run threat quarterback would be interesting. Now, if I may, 16 games played the last 5 years for Brandon Allen, who will be starting in place of Brock Purdy on Sunday against the Packers. His last 5 years, he's played in 16 games, 56.7% completion percentage, a 10 touchdown to 6 interception ratio with a 78.0 quarterback rating. Powerful.
He's a good dude.
I love this. Is like the like when you
love Brandon Allen.
Exactly. When Kyle says I love something, he usually goes to a but.
Yeah.
Like he's a good dude. I love him.
He don't love no Brandon Allen. He didn't even talk to him in the locker room.
I talked to him. He was right next to me. Like the quarterbacks and the specialists are always wedged right together.
So if you hit him up via his DMs, he'd be like, "Oh, I remember Brad."
Yeah, he'd remember me for sure.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What a year.
I'm more well liked. The punters are well liked at the locker room, Kyle.
Okay.
Yeah, we're everyone's friend.
All right.
And so I
I
remember him being like a little bit of that. If there's one thing that he might be able to do, that's like a little bit of an X factor. So Purdy is very much like accurate, like tight executor, right, of the offense. I remember Brandon Allen being a little bit more of like a wild card, right? A little bit of an X factor, a little bit of I'm going to make that pass, I'm going to roll, I'm going to use the arm angle.
Like, a little Jordan Love in him,
not quite like Jordan Love, but he had a little bit of like a Wild West kind of feel to him.
That's what I'm saying.
And he was a rookie, so he might have been like trained out of that. And he'll probably just say, Coach Shanahan to him would be like, look, just do what I tell you to do. Like just option 1, option 2. If not,
hey,
run.
You see that guy?
Simple.
Number 23. There's a number 44 that's going to be behind you. His name's Kyle Juszczyk. You're going to hand the ball off, and Juszczyk's going to block, and then that number 23, he's going to do the rest of the work, okay?
Yeah. So now that we know Brock Purdy's out and Nick Bosa's out, are you guys now on my side that, like, this should be a game that the Packers win handedly?
I want to go to the sports desk. Alex Stro last week before the Packers played the Chicago Bears. It's Kyle Brust and Nortman here. People were mad in the middle of the game because you declared there was a 0% chance that the Bears would beat the Packers all week.
Yeah, I got told to go to hell.
It is 4:09 on Friday with all the news that's come out about the San Francisco 49ers. Do they have a 0% chance of beating the Packers?
They have They have a 2.6% chance to beat the Packers.
2.6.
Say 0. Have some gumption.
Might as well say 0. 2.6.
You get after backboneless Kyle Wallace.
And backboneless Ben Brust. Sounds like hungover Stro. Can't think. Lost his mojo, baby.
The liquor took the backbone out of you.
I don't know how that works, but it's awesome.
They have more of a chance than the Bears did.
I mean, to be fair to Stro, 2.65 isn't that much of a difference from 0. I just added it to your 2.6. And Kyle Shanahan isn't Matt Eberflus, and the 49ers aren't Virginia McCaskey.
Oh, wow. You taking shots at the 100-year-old woman?
Yeah! The Bears fans do all the time. They're like waiting for her to pass.
I actually talked to a Bears fan, and she said last year after the home opener against the Green Bay Packers when they lost, she saw her walking with her walker with security, and she was smiling. She said, I was just thinking about pushing her ass down the stairs.
Whoa! Oh, wow. Those Bear fans are rough around the edges.
That's an old lady.
Rock and roll, baby. That's hardcore.
I said, what is she, 90? So she said 90? She's like 103. I said, really?
101.
101 still. It's old.
Yeah, it's not young.
Almost 102. Her birthday's coming up in January.
It's amazing she can still go to the games.
Yeah, I hope she keeps rolling.
Yeah.
For our sakes.
Yeah, I mean, I love it.
Her and Sister Jean being in the same city is so odd to me.
That's wild.
What's in the water? What's in the water?
Not lead, I guess.
If your dogs don't always listen to you and you ask yourself, why don't they listen to what I say? Well, as Kyle said, maybe they had some lead. I'm just kidding. It probably just means they need training from sit, mean, sit dog training. Look no further than sit, mean, sit. You can have a happy, confident, and obedient dog. Sounds like Strofe the Poodle just came out.
Yeah, Roof.
Contact Sit Mean Sit Dog Training in Milwaukee or Waukesha to schedule that with Matt and their team. They'll sit with you, go through the goals for you and your dog to have that happy, confident, and obedient pup, and check out the dog of the game on the Green Bay Game Day post-game show with Homer and Tausch.
If your dog goes, it didn't go to Sit Mean Sit.
You can't do that.
Isn't that true? If it's going more than like,
What if you trained it as a security dog to do that?
maybe, but Sit Mean Sit would make sure like, oh no, we'll have that dog happy and healthy. See, that's not a Sit Mean Sit.
Send that dog.
That sounds like a rabid
Send him.
dog.
Exactly. If your dog doing that, they'll take care of it.
Quickly.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
On the other side.
North?
Spread Eagle is way north. Way north.
You're doing the thing where you don't know what you're doing.
No, it is, though.
We don't know where up north is.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We do have a little bit of a backup along eastbound 94 from 92nd Street all the way through the stadium interchange. So watch out for that. We got the westbound side heavy from just before 27th to Mitchell Boulevard. Southbound 43, you're seeing some delays from Silver Spring to Capitol, and then again right through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge, taking you all the way down past the KK River crossing. 41 southbound also slowing down from Silver Spring all the way down past Capitol Drive. Traffic is brought to you by Adams, the #1 rated Generac dealer in Wisconsin. Snow has arrived. Don't be left in the cold. For power peace of mind for your home and business, visit adamspower.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, cloudy skies, a low of 35. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a high of 44. Weather is brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Always have a slice of summer by playing Pro Tour courses on one of their 12 simulators. Book a bay for just $35 Monday through Thursday. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
It doesn't matter if it's your first betting slip ever or just the first one of the week. We've got your Potawatomi sportsbook picks covered. Tune in Wednesdays to the Weekly Wager with Greg Matzik, Ben Brust, and Jen Latta.
If someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything, you take it.
The Weekly Wager, Wednesday nights at 6, right here on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel.
Rick, describe some of our wow Christmas gifts while Sarah and I name the prices and add a little commentary.
Okay. A 1.5 carat total weight diamond bolo bracelet.
Amazingly unique. Just $1,598.
Half carat total weight inside outside diamond hoop earrings.
Just $698.
1 carat total weight is just $898.
A fabulous 3 carat oval created diamond.
But we only have a few of these.
Just $3,998.
A 1 carat total weight created diamond tennis bracelet.
Just $898.
We also have the big 1 carat total weight natural diamond tennis bracelet for just $1,798.
And from now until Christmas, we have 18 months same as cash financing.
With approved credit.
And a delightful gift for you with every purchase of at least $300.
Merry Christmas.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Find the Kesslers nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Kevin Moret for Mentality Men's Health. I know that a guy's confidence comes from many sources. For our clients, the way they look is a big driver. When you have the muscle mass and the muscle tone, it changes the way you carry yourself. Did you know that 70% of Mentality clients have increased muscle mass and muscle tone through testosterone and peptide therapy? Their confidence is back and everyone can see it. If you want to recapture the way you look and felt years ago, join the over 25,000 clients and start today. In Milwaukee, go to lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com.
Take the stress out of the holiday season with the Milwaukee Bucks. Get all your shopping done with Bucks deal season offers, featuring great gifts and limited time packages that even Scrooge will love. Score deals for everyone on your list, including yourself, from the Milwaukee Bucks and Pfizer Forum. 'Tis the season for cheer with your favorite deer. After all, there's no place like Pfizer Forum for the holidays. Shop the offers today at bucks.com/deal season.
Dr. Aaron Holtebeck and his team at Holtebeck Eye Center make vision care a top priority with the latest technologies at their state-of-the-art Brookfield office. Dr. Holtebeck has been helping local patients with their eye care needs for over 20 years. And now, Holtebeck Eye Center is excited to add Dr. Nausheen Abbas to their team. Dr. Abbas is an ophthalmologist and cornea specialist that is now available to see patients. Located in Brookfield near the corner of Calhoun and Capitol, learn more about their services at holtebeck.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I came here for love, someone to hold me down. I won't give it up.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, leading you to 5 o'clock. Into the Homer Hours, we get you ready for all things. Green Bay Packers, San Francisco 49ers. But, Kyle, that's such a good butt. How do you do your butt?
How do you do that butt?
Butt! Oh, I don't know. I just be talking.
I just be talking.
I do.
I just be talking. We have to get to pole position.
Ooh.
Right in Is It Now?
Everyone's got their opinions, but we just happen to think some are better than others. Let's hit the polls. This is Pole Position. Pole Position on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman is presented by Great Lakes Dragway, a quarter-mile-long drag strip, plus a drift pad. Even drive your own car on the track. Find full event schedule and ticket information at GreatLakesDragway.com.
All right, fellas, as we always do, we start with the worst poll of the week, which, of course, comes from who, Benny?
That's mean, Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Jim, Matt, and Molly, weekdays 4 to 6, ESPN Madison. It's them every week, is it not?
It's them, or, like, when Jen, Gabe, and Chewy have it, we usually give them a pass because they throw some other good ones that we can talk about in the rest of the segment. So, yes, usually it's them.
Hey, Jim, Matt, and Molly have a good one this week. But the bad
we'll
one.
see.
Do you want to see a blurred out picture of Molly Brown's swollen, pregnant feet? 78% said no.
What?
Why would they want to? Why would you blur out your feet?
Well, wouldn't that ruin the impact of the swollen feet?
Yeah,
Look, I'm pro kink, whatever you want, but don't sign me up for this one. This is just weird.
Yeah, I'm not trying to see. Among all the beautiful things that make up the pregnancy process, swollen feet is something I don't need to see.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's beautiful in the pregnancy process, Brad?
They're carrying life.
They are.
That's unbelievable.
Outside of that.
Getting pregnant.
They're carrying life.
Cravings are beautiful.
You missed Kyle's drop-in?
What'd you say?
Getting pregnant.
That part's beautiful.
Beautiful.
I'm confused. So why are they blurring out her feet? I thought when you said blur, it's going to be something inappropriate, but her feet?
Maybe that they were just that
swollen
in rough shape.
Just having twins lead to more swollen feet?
Let me ask you
I
guys
would think
this.
so.
Would you want to see a non-blurred out photo of Molly Brown's swollen pregnant feet?
Again, it's not my kink, but
if you're going to
their own.
see
It's just not me.
swollen pregnant feet, you might as well see swollen.
Exactly.
Fair
feet.
point.
It would be higher. It'd probably be like 40% yes, 60% no. I'm still in the no category because I'm with Ben on that one. I don't like feet whatsoever. Not my thing. I think it's nasty if you like toes because toes are nasty. But hey, everybody, has their own
do like
thing.
my fiance's feet. She has cute feet.
Oh, wow.
Just wanted to drop that in
So
there.
you pay for pictures? Cool.
Don't have to pay her. Just can look at them.
That's weird. Dude just stares at his
He
fiance's
was just
feet.
kink shaming. Well, without
No.
kink
Yeah.
shaming.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he just stares at his fiance's
And then
feet.
he just admitted to staring at his fiance's cute feet.
No,
is weird.
not all the time. Just like when they're out. I'm like, oh, those are cute feet.
You get fixated on just
When
looking
they're
at
out.
What makes up a cute foot?
Can't quantify it. You just look at it and
High
know.
arches.
No, like just a perfect amount of arch, Brad.
Oh,
But like perfect, like cute little, like perfect.
uncomfortable.
Not too big, not too big of toes, but like the
Yeah.
perfect size. It's they're like the Verizon towers, like they're perfectly like from the top to the pinky. Like it's just she's got
Wow.
cute feet.
Hey, Badger's up 7, by the way.
Oh wow.
handshakes.
So he's upset.
Go UCF! Gotta win my first half bet against El Strophe.
Let's go to the good poll from Jim, Matt, and Molly. Jim Rutledge wants to know if it's rude to turn down an unsolicited foot picture. 73% say it is not rude.
If a girl ever sent me a feet pics, like if I was, something else almost slipped out. Well, a girl ever sent me like if I'm texting her, which this is years ago, if I'm texting a female and
Mr. Swagger Days,
and you know, she's like, "Ooh, I'm gonna send you something." I'm like, "Okay," and it was her feet. I'd be like, "Come on now, what? I'm not into that, boo. I was looking for something else, not that."
Yeah, feet are.
Kyle Wallace removes himself from the chat.
Basically.
Yeah, feet are amongst the nastiest part of the human body. So you shouldn't be assaulted by having feet thrown into your text messages. It's an assault, brother.
How do we come back to feet?
The bolt
double down.
Double foot pull day.
What? So one of them like feet? Does Jim or Matt like feet?
What was the show about that
Here's
day?
the interesting part. I know this because when I was filling in for when Molly and I were filling in for Jim and Matt, formerly on Rutledge and Hamilton, we did 45 minutes on Molly liking feet.
Oh, wow.
This is Molly driven.
She's the nasty.
Hey,
so
Molly?
she wants to share her swollen feet with the world?
Molly let me find out Molly feet is on the internet somewhere.
Why are you going to look those up?
I mean, it's a saying, let me find out. I'm not going to find out, but let me
sounded
find
like
out.
It sounded like you were going to go search it.
You never, maybe
Us
cultural, I don't
whites didn't know what that meant.
Yeah, y'all never heard, let me find out you been. Or let me find out
Kyle,
nobody.
Are you into feet?
No, hell no. Absolutely not.
Kyle proceeds to go home and Googles Molly Brown's feet.
No, I think feet are gross. Matter of fact, I know somebody who sucks toes, and I'm like,
all right, what's next? What's next? No. What's next?
I just got to know how you stumble into that conversation.
I don't want to go deep.
What's
somebody
next?
I know I'm close with. Not a lover, but just close with.
What's next?
Somebody may
We've
or may
lost
not have
Brad.
Somebody's on my Snapchat sucking toes. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Banger.
What are you doing?
Oh, gosh.
All right, to each their own.
Unbelievable.
Hey, no judgment from me. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, who is the deeper thinker
This is
on
worse
the show?
than Rex Ryan.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about
Jen,
that.
Gabe, and Chewy, weekday morning, 7 to 9. Who is the deeper thinker on the show? Josh DiMaggio or Mark Chimura?
This is Chewy. Chewy's the much deeper thinker.
Really?
Josh is such a simpleton. Like, he's so dumb brain and, like, very, like, I don't know. Like,
Somebody's mad about Wednesday.
Fake reads.
The Scalzo and Brust reunion on the weekly wager Kyle referring to.
Yeah, you've buried Chewy for too many concussions and the whole thing. So this is how you know this.
That's
is
how you know he's a deep thinker. He can barely think, so he's got to dig deep to come up with a thought.
It just comes out his mouth.
It's Josh. Josh, he's got some deep thoughts, and he uses vernacular that feels like it's
he does it to make himself sound smarter. It's such a,
but it works.
It does work. He tricked me. I was going with Josh, the deep thinker.
57% agree with Brad and Kyle on Joshy.
Every day that Josh wakes up to come in, he like searches 5 words in the dictionary that no one's ever heard of that he can use today to make himself feel better when he's on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. He sounds super smart.
Owner for sure.
Oh, I like that.
Wow.
I like that. He cares about the craft.
It certainly gives you the aura of intelligence.
Yeah, I mean, Brad said a word earlier this week. I didn't know what he was saying. Or you asked me what an adjective was. I had a whole dream about adjectives now.
Thank
you, Brad.
That's like bottom shelf, Kyle. Adjective?
It is what
Adjective.
it is. Yeah.
Descriptive word for a noun.
Bingo.
Oh, you remembered what he said.
No, I just know what an adjective is.
Because he learned it on Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? 24, 24, and 6. 7. 24, 24, and 7.
A lot of ties.
Ben Brust. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, let's stick with them. Where would you say the Packers' defense is at this point of the season? Ahead of schedule, on pace, or behind schedule?
That's a good question.
Good question. Yeah, good poll by JGC.
We have to say behind schedule. I would say they're right where they like need to be if the turnovers were to continue, but the lack of pass rush, I think, has really not led to the continuation of like making quarterbacks make bad throws and you play, it's just like eventually that stuff evens out if you're not able to consistently bring something to the pass rush. You can't just rely on overthrows.
Yeah, I think they are 10th to 15th in most major statistical categories outside of sacks. The problem is that's a major Achilles heel.
It's
So you can't, by definition, be ahead of schedule. You're not even on schedule because you have a major component. Maybe the most important component is completely ineffective. So you can't be either one. By default, you are behind schedule.
I think Jason Willie was on to something when he says Jen, Gabe, and Chewy make people think or make him think a little bit based off
making
this
you think?
question. It made us all think a little bit. And I think this one is easy. They're on schedule. I mean, despite there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs. We didn't think this defense was going to be perfect in year one. They're going to have some downfalls and pitfalls. And one of them is still the pass rush being the Achilles heel. But when I look at some of the positives, when we look at the turnovers, 19 turnovers is more turnovers than they forced all of last season. And they already did that through 10 weeks of the football season now, which makes them third in the NFL for overall turnovers forced. So for me, I think this team is right on schedule because they're still trying to figure out who they're going to be. It's not a one-year fix, but I like the direction they're going.
Don't tell KBN.
All right.
The questions on this program are the best that I get all week.
That was Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Strofe, Badgers up 22-10. Should I Venmo you $25 now?
Oh, wow.
I'm not going to make you do it now. You're just going to have to do it by the end of halftime.
Strofe, where you want to go with the 25?
I'm going to go to the parking ticket I got last night.
You had a parking ticket last night?
Why do those? How do you get? Those attract themselves to you. Why do you get so many parking tickets?
So the one
he doesn't read the signs.
No, the one I got this time. So there's a parking lot right behind my apartment, and I don't park there usually.
Your apartment? When did you get an apartment?
Yeah, your name on the
taking
lease.
Ownership. Colonizer there.
Squatter's rights.
Squatter.
I guess so.
The apartment I stay in.
There you go.
And there was an event going on down the street, so it was like $30 to park there, but I was only going to be parked there for 20 minutes.
You pay the 30, you don't owe the 50.
60.
60?
Yeah, so it was $30 to park overnight, but I was only going to be parked there for 20 minutes because I was just grabbing my stuffing and leaving.
And they gave you a ticket in 20 minutes?
They popped me in 20 minutes, $60 ticket.
Why didn't you park on the street?
There was no spots.
Tough look.
There had to be spots on the backside of the street. Absolutely.
Kyle.
You think I didn't look?
Dude, that street back there, really? Man, he's irresponsible. He didn't look. I knew he didn't look.
I knew a Kyle lash out at Strofe was coming there.
Yeah. I'm gonna be
this guy's stupid.
I'll be a tough parent, man.
Yeah, I looked. I mean, I park on the street most days.
He's 25 years old. You can't parent him.
There's nothing behind there. You would have just had to walk. You didn't want to walk. You're being lazy. You're better off just going back.
Nothing behind where?
Behind where you live at?
Guys, nobody knows where you're talking about. I'm literally just picturing a back alley in my brain right now somewhere in Milwaukee.
Back alley. It's a big, busy street in downtown Milwaukee. He's being lazy. I'm disappointed.
Big, busy street means no parking available.
Correct. I looked. I went up and down all 4 streets.
There's nothing worse than driving around looking for parking. Nothing worse.
Well, I hate
for
that.
You. I think you need to hear Brad out. You got to solve this.
Yeah, there is no solving it. Milwaukee's going to solve it. They're going to give out a lot of parking tickets.
Wait, didn't they said they were going to give out more tickets?
That's
and they're living up to their word.
I think this is the
from the
fake
city of
parking.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, this is
damn.
So you really don't have to pay this one.
They'll send a collections agency and his bad credit score will get worse.
Yeah,
I have an okay credit score.
I'm just messing.
Why'd you call me out like that?
Because you're hungover, and I knew you're hungover. He's too sensitive.
I pay my bills though.
You don't have bills.
Yes, I do. I have a car payment. I have a cell phone payment. I have a credit card payment. I have student loans.
Oof. Don't look at me, Brad and Ben.
Insurance.
What is student loan?
Insurance.
Never heard of that.
Insurance.
I hope you have some more bills than this.
Not really.
Man, to
What am I
be
missing?
honest.
Simple life. 25 and
I'm still on the family
Renegade.
plan. I ain't gonna lie.
For what?
For what?
The cell phone?
Cell phone, yeah. I dropped my mom some
When are
money
you
here
gonna?
and there.
You're 30.
That's why you bring pizza 24/7 over to that house. You've been mooching for years.
Nah.
Do you pay her?
Wait, you
for
don't
that
pay your
portion?
cell phone bill?
I give her once in a while when I remember.
Once in a while?
Yeah.
You mentioned the weekly wager on Wednesday.
I did.
Greg Scalzo, our big boss, who joins us bi-weekly on Thursdays at 3:30, joined myself, Josh DiMaggio, for a little Scalzo and Brust reunion. I don't know if we should hold him to this, but his best bet of the week is coming up next. We got to react.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
It's the 414 Hour at 4 on KBN.
Wow. Just wow.
Has he sound good? We've been practicing.
I did it all last week. I gotta say I'm pretty proud of my progress.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Eastbound 94 we're backing up a bit from 84th Street all the way through the stadium to 35th. The westbound side slowing from 25th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Got some more backups, too, west of Highway 16 from Meadowbrook Road all the way to Elmhurst, so be careful with that. Southbound 43 is heavy from Silver Spring down to Capitol Drive. Then you're back on the brakes through the Marquette interchange. Got a broken down vehicle northbound 4394 right at the ramp from Holt Avenue. Luckily, it's off on the right shoulder. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Cloudy skies, low of 35. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a high of 44. Weather is brought to you by the Corners of Brookfield. Help the big guy out this holiday season. Drop off your little one's letters in a special North Pole mailbox in the Market Square through December 22nd. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Get ready for the moment we've all been waiting for. It's the 300K season finale giveaway at Potawatomi. Friday, December 20th, watch your entries from Bird Bash, Cash Clash, and Winter Stash. All pile into one massive drawing for a chance at up to 50 grand cash. Be there to win your share. December 20th, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Learn more at payspig.com/finale. Must be 21 years old to play.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Hey guys, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Gabe Neitzel here to give you some advice. If you're making plans to propose to that special someone in your life, the Jewelry Center has to be your stop for the ring. It's what I did. They're the best place to shop for diamond engagement rings in Milwaukee for a reason. I didn't know what to get, but with help of a Pinterest board, the Jewelry Center and their team of specialists took care of everything from start to finish. Naturally mined diamonds, lab-grown diamonds, whatever you're in the market for, when it comes to an engagement ring, the Jewelry Center has it. Find locations and inventory online at shoptjc.com.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from ESPN Wisconsin's Kyle Brust and Nortman. I love this time of year. Playoff baseball, the start of hoop season, and of course, football. I'm all about watching the action on the gridiron with a carbless in my hand. Premium, ready-to-drink cocktails with no malt, no carbs, and no sugar. Vodka cocktail flavors like cranberry, black raspberry, and lemon lime, and classic cocktail flavors like Paloma or Margarita. Find Carbless at your local grocer and enjoy game day. Carbless. Less is more.
The Green and Gold return home this Sunday to face San Francisco, and the Ticket King can get you there to experience this big matchup. With offices in Milwaukee and Green Bay, Ticket King is your local and most trusted source to buy Green Bay tickets. Get tickets to Sunday's game by visiting theticketking.com or call 414-273-6007. Theticketking.com is your one-stop shop for great seats for Sunday's conference showdown. Theticketking.com, and make sure you follow Ticket King on Facebook and Instagram.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields. If you're looking for a truly unique luxury SUV, look no further than the new Range Rover Sport at Land Rover Waukesha.
The new Range Rover Sport SUV provides power, performance, sporting luxury, and all the latest technology and connectivity you want, plus the most luxurious ride.
And now is a great time to get an offer like this.
Get 3.9% special APR financing for up to 48 months on a new 2024 Range Rover Sport at Land Rover Waukesha. Go to LandRoverWaukesha.com.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher.
Kyle Brust and Nortman with you till 5 o'clock. Alex Stro running the show. The Homer Hour at 5 o'clock with Gary Ellerson. Now, earlier this week, we've mentioned it. The weekly wager was 6-7 at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. And we do a segment at the end of the show where we give our best bets. Typically, it'd be Greg Matzik, Jen Latta, myself. But with those two out, it was a Scalzo and Brust reunion. Greg Scalzo, who joins us here, he's the big boss and a VP of Good Karma Brands, takes care of everything ESPN Milwaukee related, had this to say as part of his best bet.
I'll take the Niners plus 2.5 at Green Bay.
Dumb. Even more dumb now.
Yeah.
I'll take the Niners plus 2.5 at Green Bay.
That's just being a hater. So, no offense. I didn't get a chance to listen to too much Scouts on Brust, only simply because I was running a different radio station.
You need to stop being a freaking hater.
During that time. Was he just an antagonizer? Did he just hate on the Green Bay Packers? That's the vibe.
I don't think he hated on the Green Bay
he
Packers.
Loved Aaron Rodgers and hated everything else.
I think you nailed it with it. Is he an antagonizer?
Goodness gracious.
The way he even said
the
I'm
delivery.
taking the 49ers.
It's the delivery, isn't it?
Yeah, he just,
play it again. Please.
I'll take the Niners plus 2.5 at Green Bay. I'll take the Niners plus 2.5.
This Packers team's fraudulent.
I'm an East Coast guy.
At Green Bay.
Give me the Niners 2.5. Let's eat at Green Bay.
At Green Bay.
Now I'm mad at Greg.
Let him know next time he's
at Green
No,
Bay.
I don't like
Keep some receipts.
Yeah,
At
that little
Green
stank ass
Bay.
attitude that he got with it.
I'll take the Niners plus
He said it
2.5.
with a little too much confidence. Now he looked real stupid. I hope he took it. I hope he really took the plus 2.5 so he looked real stupid now.
And here's the thing. I mean, you have an entire universe of bets that you can do on the weekly wager, right? I mean, anything you want.
Anything NFL, spread or total.
Exactly, yes. So of all the ones he chose, you just had to troll the Packers. I'm going to take San Francisco at Green Bay. That's a guy who just knows he's just trying to get a little fans riled up.
Yeah.
Now it looks real bad.
Did it work?
A little bit.
It worked for me because I don't like that.
Now, if the Niners win, will you still have that sass towards them?
Yeah, be lucky.
I would just say your hate turned into luck. That's all it was. He doesn't believe it. He don't believe that.
I don't know how the 49ers beat the Packers.
Yeah, at this point.
I really don't.
It's tough. It really is tough simply because Brandon Allen doesn't have enough experience. I know that what Kyle Shanahan is going to try to do is simplify everything, right? So it's like I think somebody said it here, it's basically just dink and dunk, hand it off to Christian McCaffrey. But, if the Packers can get up, can he bring them back? Probably not.
All right, I got to hit my best bet, courtesy of Potawatomi Casino Hotel and their brand new sports book.
It's time for Ben Brust's Best Bets. Sponsored by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. There's a table waiting for you at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. 12 bars and restaurants, a winning seat at 40 table games or 3,000 slot machines, and full-service sports betting. Explore more at paysbig.com.
You're going to love this one, Strofe. This morning, I rolled into the office and I got a call from Myron Metcalf of ESPN.
Cool.
He'll be the sideline reporter for Arizona and Duke at 9:30 on ESPN2.
Cool.
And he's asking me about the local Milwaukee product, Con Knipple, who is a freshman at Duke.
Cool.
And simply because of that, Duke is plus 1.5. I'm taking him on the money line. Even money. Give me Duke, even money to beat Arizona. I saw Arizona up close and personal. Talented, but undisciplined. Cool. Give me Cooper Flagg and my guy Con Knipple to make me some money. He's got NIL. K2, Con, if you're listening, you got to win for me. Please. My life depends on it.
I don't think you should be doing that because you actually know him and have a relationship, and I don't want you to put the pressure on him or have him being investigated by the NCAA.
Oh, wow.
What?
No, he just said K2, win for me. Like, he might actually be listening right now. Now you put additional pressure on him.
What would that have to do with anything?
Anything.
Literally.
Because you're gambling. You know, when you're family, you can't gamble on, teams that are...
So you can't gamble on Michigan State?
No, I am not a direct family member, so I can't.
And what am I to the Knipples?
Myron Metcalf ain't called me for no story about my cousin.
It's because you're not me.
He played in a men's league with him.
Yeah, he knows him. He knows him well.
Not that well.
He literally, the boy said, Ben Brust is the reason why I'm tougher now and better at basketball.
That is not what he said.
That is what he said.
He said all I did was back cut him, and he finally caught up to it.
Yeah, better at basketball.
Was that your move, Ben? Little back cut, little backdoor action?
Famously, Coach Ryan did say I was the fast... backdoor Benny's my pseudo nickname.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Hey.
And so... Bo Ryan said I was the fastest player he's ever coached coming off of screens. Phew.
Really?
Search it. It's in the Google.
I don't care.
You're a lot of superlatives to Bo Ryan. Worst defender he's ever seen. Best guy coming off the screen.
I mean, if you want a Bo story,
Ben.
Benny Bottles.
Ben, get over here. Go the speed limit. Because I would go too fast and turn it over. So, and all my teammates, when I would make a mistake, hey, Ben, go the speed limit. And they just mock me because of Bo.
And look what it got you guys.
I wish I could tell my favorite Bo story, but it literally the statement that he made to me when he called the timeout in the close scrimmage against DePaul is a string of very mean swears and bad things that I can't repeat on the radio. But
Can you give us an idea?
You stupid blanking blank blank. If you do that again, you'll never blank 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 play here.
Did he call you a couple? He call you a couple dogs and mothers?
Worse.
Oh wow.
But after that,
we weren't soft on everybody.
I agree, Brad. After that, he never had to yell at me again. So my best bet is selfish.
Did you cry?
No. I
later?
No, because that was in the first half of a close scrimmage. I sat on the bench the rest of the first half. He never changed his lineup coming out. I started the second half, diving on loose balls, hitting threes, and I was like, Mom made it. I'm going to play this year. Don't got to transfer.
How about that?
And that's it for my best bet, which is selfishly just betting Duke tonight while Alex Strofe and I text about football trivia. We should do that together tonight.
We'll see. I'm a little busy.
Come on, man. Did you just big time me?
Big time.
I like that.
Hey, you can text Myron Metcalf.
Look at him.
Sounds like you salty.
Begging for friends. No, it's you over there begging. Come on. We're not gonna text.
Like the funny thing is,
you're texting football trivia? What is this weird side?
See, like we do it together in the office, and now he's trying to act like he wants to disassociate himself from me.
He's too cool for you, man.
So cool.
Yeah,
he had a Friendsgiving with his 20 friends in an apartment stuffed like sardines. I wish to be him tomorrow.
He was the coolest guy there, weren't you, Strofe?
I heard you gave a speech about Greg Scalzo.
You gave
thanking
a speech?
Thanking him for bringing you all together.
Wait a minute.
You did not.
That was not me.
Wait, you gave a speech about a
In
person
my
that
brain,
wasn't
it
there?
will forever be you, and that is
time out. Did somebody give a speech about their boss?
Everybody gave the what they're, as you do at Thanksgiving, you say what you're thankful for.
You're such.
And multiple people were thankful that our boss brought us all together. It was a little cheesy.
Don't send him this audio.
It was
Do
not
not
meant.
share that with him.
Gen Z is the worst.
Dude, that's so weird.
I said I was thankful for my girlfriend and her dog. That's all I said. And then
That's fair.
His girlfriend was there. Well, I don't understand.
Well, public applause for your significant other is a pretty good thing, Kyle.
Yeah, I guess. Kissing up.
Gary Ellerson, the great way to end a Friday, is coming up next. But first, I'm going to tell you about Potawatomi Casino Hotel, their brand new sportsbook with a 2,000 square foot video wall where we're in the best part of the year. Football, college football, NFL. You have games during the week now, all week. It's amazing with Maction going on. You're going to have college basketball, NBA, hockey, you name it. You like sports. They have it. Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Build your bet at paysbig.com/sportsbook. Use your rewards card on some different self-service kiosks for you to get those reward points. Bet above the rest and check out the 2,000 square foot video wall. I can't say that enough. If you don't go check it out this weekend, if you don't have plans, you're missing out on life. Gary Ellerson joins us next. Strofe, I owe you $25.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
You
agree with me?
I mean, Lola Bunny on your algorithm
I'm just
shaking her butt?
It's people on my Facebook sharing stuff, and I'm like, you know what? Lola the Bunny was kind of strapped.
Okay, here's as far as I'm... All I'll be able to say is I get why Bugs was so love drunk over Lola. I get it. That's
you.
as far as I can go to you.
Look at this. Look at this. Google Lola the Bunny.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
46 yards for the win.
The green and gold were saved by the... Okay, we're not going to say it. After the win in Chicago, another game with playoff implications on tap for the Pack on Sunday. Catch Alex Strofe, Gabe Neitzel, and Super Bowl champion Jared Bush for Green Bay Game Day on Sunday, live from the shadow of Lambeau Field. Green Bay Game Day, presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Sunday starting at noon, here on 94.5 ESPN and streaming on the ESPN Milwaukee YouTube page.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and are you ready to make money betting on sports? This weekend is your chance. You win or you get the rest of this month for free. Go to fatjacksports.com. We are up over 20 games over the last month betting on sports, and we can help you win. Get signed up for less than $100 a week. You win this weekend or you get the rest of November for free. That's all the way through Thanksgiving. fatjacksports.com to win. Consistent winning plays emailed to you and on a personal portal at fatjacksports.com.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's original craft vodka. In 1995, Tito Beveridge built his very own distillery and put his life savings into it. Since then, he's won the unanimous Judge's Choice double gold medal at the World Spirits Competition, the Chairman's Trophy for World's Best Vodka Tonic, and many others. Tito's Handmade Vodka is still made on the same land where he started it, all in Austin, Texas. Distilled from corn and gluten-free. Visit us at titosvodka.com for recipes, videos, and more. Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof. Crafted to be savored responsibly.
When the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, phones, all gone. Be prepared for the next outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Power your life with a generator from Adams, Wisconsin's #1 rated Generac dealer. Adams provides sales, installation, maintenance, and 24/7 service from all locations. Learn why Adams is your best choice in providing power peace of mind. Visit adamspower.com today.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that American Family Insurance agents can help build a customized renter's policy so you can protect stuff like this, or this, or even this. Well, case in point. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Want that mirror finish on your car? You need Z-Gloss by Z-Bart. Z-Gloss is a 3-layer ceramic coating that not only gives your car that mirror finish, it protects it from everything that Mother Nature can throw at it. Visit zbart.com for more information.
The Green Bay Packers leave Chicago with a 20-19 victory in Week 11, thanks to Carl Brooks blocking a potential game-winning Bears field goal, a game in which the Packers spend most of the time being outplayed. But as head coach Matt LaFleur knows,
I mean, it's one game, so I'm not worried about what's happened in the past. It's one game. It's great to come away with a win when you don't feel like you necessarily played your best.
Jordan Love just 13 of 17 and another interception in the red zone. The Packers welcome 5-5 San Francisco to Green Bay on Sunday for a 3:25 kick.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
All you have is one chance after an accident, one decision on who to call, one shot to get the help you need. Don't waste it on the one offer you get from your insurance company. Make the one call to Gruber Law Offices. It's the only one you'll need to make. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
For those who missed it, Brock Purdy and Nick Bosa are both confirmed out for Sunday's game. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on a Friday, and we welcome in our guy, Gary Ellerson. What up, G?
Not much. What's going on, buddy?
Happy to talk to you on a Friday, man. So a couple things to hit on for sure. What do you need to see for the Badgers the next two games? Do they need to win convincingly? Do they need to win one of two? Do they need to win both? Like, where are you at with the Badgers, GE?
We just need to get bowl eligible, right? I mean, and then go from there. Just get bowl eligible. You fire your offensive coordinator. Well, no, you fire your offensive coordinator with 2 games left. No one saw that coming. And now you've got to change. I don't know if they're going to change everything, but you got to change something. So now you got to learn maybe a new offense in 1 week.
No.
And Nebraska is beatable. And so I just don't know what it's going to look like. Now, if you flip this and go to the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers, you remember they fired their offensive coordinator, Thomas Brown, who used to be the running back coach at Wisconsin, is now the offensive coordinator with the Chicago Bears, had a great game plan for Caleb Williams.
Just simplified things, apparently, is what the word is.
Luke Fickell said it doesn't matter. Luke Fickell said it doesn't matter who called the plays. So we don't even know who's going to be calling the plays.
Are you calling the plays,
to even know what this guy likes to do. What?
You calling the plays?
No, they're going to let Brust call the plays. He knows everything.
GE, you were an offensive guy at Wisconsin. What does this offense need to look like going forward for them to be successful? They need to go all the way back to like pro style, maybe a different version of the air raid. Like if you were hired as the OC going forward, what would you do to help this program be actually successful?
It's a good question,
offensively.
Brad, that's a great question, Brad. I mean, the Badgers changed their whole identity of who they were. And to me, it really started on the offensive side of football when Barry Alvarez came. They couldn't have got any farther away from that when they hired Longo. You tried to be the smartest guy in the room, and it just didn't work.
He was good, though. He was really good.
Not here, though.
No, I'm talking before other places. He was fantastic.
When you change something so strong, it's going to have either a really, really positive impact if you get the right guys quick, or it's going to do what it did.
I mean, they
right. And listen, and I know, and I know sometimes Ben and I have our differences, but I would equate it to this: if the Badger basketball team tries to do something different other than what they've been doing for the last 25 years, it shocks the system. That's why that basketball team were able to go out and pull the biggest upset so far of the season in front of all the alumni guys there, because it's on automatic. They knew what to do. They can reach down. They can go get a win like that. The Badgers can't go beat Penn State like that, which they had an opportunity. The Badgers couldn't go beat USC like that, which they had an opportunity, because you deviate so far from what your identity was. There's nothing to grab on. There's nothing to look like what it used to look. Does that make sense?
It sure does. We're talking with Gary Ellerson, our guy on a Friday here, Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
G, are you a believer in the Green Bay Packers? I mean, after the Bears game, how I was happy they won the football game, I still wasn't satisfied with the way that they won the football game. You think the Green Bay Packers have a real chance to be a contender this year?
Well, because, and here's why. That's why I said Thomas Brown goes in, and it basically was a ball control offense. Let's keep the football away from the Packers' offense. And they executed that game plan well. And that's what happened. They got the coach bump, and Caleb Williams responded to the bump. The only bad thing you can say that they did is Jordan Love threw a pick down in the red zone, which he shouldn't have thrown. But I'm okay with it, because all he got to do is set his feet. It wasn't one of those picks where, like, he threw against the Rams or the pick he threw against the Lions.
Yeah, the way we've described it, and I think you would agree, it was it wasn't a bad decision. It was a missed throw, where there's been a lot more bad decisions earlier this season.
Correct. Boy, you're so smart, Ben. Look at you.
Gee, I do have
send me into the weekend on a high note.
Gee, I do have a question. We had a poll question that asked about blurred out feet pics. Are you a feet pic type guy? Feet guy? Because feet pic. Ben's a foot guy. He was talking about how feet, the toes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toes, left, right, foot.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Are you a toe guy, foot guy?
What do you mean by that?
What you know what I mean by that? Are you a foot guy?
Like you,
if a woman sent you a DM of her feet, would you be like, okay, baby, or would you be like, what in the hell is wrong with her?
No, I gotta see more than that, cuz.
That guy GE. See, I do GE.
That's exactly what you said.
No,
all you need to see.
You said in your Miss Swagger days, you'd say, you know what? I need to see more.
See, GE, you a good one. See, I'll throw the phone down, probably remove myself.
I need to see more than some feet, man. Come on, cuz. The last thing I'm looking at. Come on, man. What's wrong with you guys?
No, there was
a lot's wrong with Kyle. Yeah. Is what we're getting to. I thought we were having a great conversation. And Kyle goes, the toes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well,
you got to think for those, Gary. What do you think?
I was just curious because there was a poll on Jim Madden Molly where they asked if she blurred out her feet, will people want to see her feet? Did she blur them out? And 70% said no. And I'm like, people want to see the feet.
Before this gets too close for my comfort zone before we end the weekend, I want to end on a high note here.
You just don't like the
No, I need to ask
I love my ladies' feet. I love my ladies'
I'm
feet.
asking the question. I need to know.
Yeah.
Because I want to live like this dude, Ben. How was the reunion, man? Come on, man. Give me a little bit.
You sound like Alex Stro.
Oh, my God.
Give us some juice.
Man, come on, man.
It was awesome.
Let me in.
It was awesome, Gary.
Put it back.
So is
Put
this
it back.
bad? At halftime of the football game, they had us up in the terrace above the student section. It's windy as hell. We were freezing our asses off. So
Yes,
we
yes.
left to go to the college club. And so we went to the KK.
wow.
We watched
You went
it.
to the KK?
We went indoors and we were, it was
Gosh,
great.
What
You
time
know,
did you leave the KK?
I mean, we're responsible. We didn't stay till bar close.
Did we do windows? Did we do windows at all?
We did everything we could possibly do in 48 hours, G. I can promise you that.
Did the people know who y'all was?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Ah,
Love it.
you a better one than me.
Why would you be? What would you do?
No,
My name's Kyle Wallace.
Yeah.
I'm part of the team.
Yeah, man, y'all remember me? I'm the reason why y'all came to Madison. Y'all saw me hit
I
the
waved the towel. I waved that towel.
Buy me some
Towel
drinks.
waving guy.
You would have been a great locker room guy. I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe not.
Why? Because if you weren't playing, you'd be grumpy.
Probably. I'm not like a happy bench guy. A little disgruntled.
Yeah, you know what? I take that back.
My God.
Our disgruntled
Sour.
teammate Kyle Wallace here. All right, Packers, Badgers, double dub, one dub for one dub for one. What do you got? Give us your outlook.
So no Bosa, right?
No
Purdy?
Bosa, no Purdy.
No Cooper, no Alexander. Give me the Packers 24-21.
All right, what about them Badges against Nebraska?
I have no idea. I'm sorry.
You know what?